100% ದೇವ್ರೇನಲ್ಲ ಅಲ್ವಾ. So 70 to 80% if you can connect, that's enough. Balance 20-30% you will get revised again today. Okay. And then you all know your targets. E week Sunday is your costing paper. Yes. I will only be setting that paper. Right. So all the best. Adike odi channagi odi. For this week only ಕಾಸ್ಟಿಂಗ್. ನಂಗೆ ಯಾವಾಗ್ಲೂ ನೀವು ಸರ್ ಆಡಿಟಿಂಗ್ ಹೋಮ್ವರ್ಕ್ ಇತ್ತು, ಲಾ ಹೋಮ್ವರ್ಕ್ ಇತ್ತು, ಆ ಹೋಮ್ವರ್ಕ್ ಇತ್ತು ಅದೆಲ್ಲ ಹೇಳಿದಿರಲ್ಲ. ದಟ್ಸ್ ವೈ ಐ ಟೋಲ್ಡ್ ಶೆಟ್ಟಿ ಸರ್ 1 week I want them to concentrate only on costing ಅಂತ. ಮಾಡ್ತಾ ಇದ್ದೀರಾ ಸ್ಟಡಿ ಮೆಟೀರಿಯಲ್ ಪ್ರಾಬ್ಲಮ್ಸ್?
Yes sir.
Yes sir.
ಇಂಪಾರ್ಟೆಂಟ್ ಅಡ್ಜಸ್ಟ್ಮೆಂಟ್ಸ್ ಎಲ್ಲ ನೋಟ್ ಡೌನ್ ಮಾಡ್ತಾ ಇದ್ದೀರಾ? Are you guys noting down the important adjustments whenever you are solving? Yes or no?
Yes sir.
Yes sir.
ಮಾಡಿ, ಇಲ್ಲಾಂದ್ರೆ ನಂಗೆ ಗೊತ್ತಿಲ್ಲ, ಮತ್ತೆ ರಿವಿಷನ್ ಮಾಡಕ್ ಆಗೋದಿಲ್ಲ. If you do not make note of those important adjustments, obviously it's not humanly possible to solve everything before the examination. Ivaglu Sunday before the exam, if you have to revise in 2 hours, you can revise the entire syllabus in 2 hours if you have got that important adjustment book. Alva? A book idre 100% you can do. Matte sir ಹೇಳಿದ 200 pages ಮಾಡ್ತಾ ಇದ್ದೀರಾ?
Yes sir.
Yes sir.
All right. So with that, let us start with the first chapter, that is material. Yes. So Nano, I will not be, asking you questions today because I don't want heart attack of you guys not answering. Alva? So I'll presume that you all know, but you don't remember. Presumption, you all know, but you don't remember. With that,
Yes
I am
sir.
starting today's class. Correct presumption, Naman?
Yes sir.
You know what you don't?
Yes sir.
Yes.
ನೀವು ಹೇಳಿದ್ಮೇಲೆ ಕರೆಕ್ಟ್ ಸರ್.
Yes sir.
ನಾನ್ ಹೇಳಿದ್ಮೇಲೆ ಕರೆಕ್ಟ್ ಅಂದ್ರೆ ನಾನು ಏನೇನೋ ಹೇಳಿದೀನಿ ಮಾಡಕ್ಕೆ, ನೀನ್ ಮಾಡಿದೀನೋ ಒಂದಾದ್ರು? Yes. Material control. Yes, now serious. All right. Material control. It is the function. Yeah, all of you concentrate now. Yes, notes ella aamele dictate mana barina ella mana. Okay. Material control. It is the function of ensuring that sufficient goods are retained in stock to meet all requirements. Sufficient goods are retained in stock andre no understocking. That means production process should not get hampered. Remember? Yes. So that is the first part of the definition. Material control. It is a function of ensuring that sufficient goods are retained in stock to meet all requirements and without carrying unnecessarily large stock. Without carrying unnecessary loss. So if you remember the major objectives, 2 major objectives, that is no understocking and no overstocking. In Nenpidre definition Nenpagutte, right? Function of ensuring that sufficient goods are retained in stock to meet all requirements without carrying unnecessarily large stock. So again, coming back, what are the major objectives of material control? There are so many, but the first 2 main objectives is no understocking and no overstocking. Why no understocking? So that production process is not hampered, and no overstocking to avoid blocking of investment. Yes, overstocking agbardu because investment should not get blocked. So this is my definition of material control. After this, we learned that entire process chart, which I will not be going in detail now. I want you guys, Barkoli, as soon as today's class is over, you have to go through that chart again. Chart. So remember, from bill of material it starts. Remember, from the engineering department, bill of material. From there it goes to production department. Production department it goes to stores. Stores in there it will go to my vendor procurement team. That is the purchase department who purchases. So all the documents that are involved. Bill of material ide, matte delivery chalan barutte, matte material note, material purchase note, tender, all of these things. Yes. So what is the bill card, stock control? Idella adon process chart ide. That chart is what we go through after today's class. Done? Will you do it? Yes.
Yes sir.
Well, that is easy, very easy, and I'm sure that if you just go through that chart, everything will get recalled for all of us. Okay, now? Okay, now come back. Next, after this we learned. So how do I achieve this material control? Correct. So one of the ways is fixation of stock levels. NPDya? One of the ways is fixation of stock levels. So early we learned different formulas. Stock level andre eno? It is the quantity of the stock that is lying in my warehouse or factory, as the case may be. Correct. The quantity of stock that I have. So for that we have different levels defined. All right. First one is we always start with what? Reorder level. Correct. That means what? When the stock matches or reaches this level, you need to place the order. Yes. You need to place the order with the vendor. So that is where we go with a conservative approach. Correct. For this, you need to know 2 concepts. One is C and one is P. C ಅಂದ್ರೆ ಏನು? ಕನ್ಸಂಪ್ಷನ್ ರೇಟ್. ನೆನಪಿದ್ಯಾ? ಎಸ್,
Yes, sir.
consumption rate. That means at what frequency does the inventory gets consumed? Yes, on a daily basis, weekly basis, etc. Yes, that is my consumption rate. That is raw material. Now all this discussion is from the perspective of my material, that is raw material only, and not my finished goods. Very important, because whenever there is a material question, you need to convert it into raw material and only then do. Clear? So adike, all of this is from a raw material perspective. At what rate the material getting consumed? That is C. Next, P is my reorder period. That is, how many days will the inventory take to reach my warehouse once the order is placed? Correct. So if I place the order with the vendor today, it might come tomorrow or day after, or after 7 days, or after 15 days, depending on the material that is being ordered and where the vendor is situated, etc. All so many factors are involved. Clear? Yes, this is my reorder period. So that is called it as P, and consumption rate is called it as C. Yes. Now going by a conservative approach, yes, the formula for reorder level, right? So that is what I'm placing the order today, right? It will come after P days. Yes, P days or P weeks. That is reorder period will come. So we are assuming that it takes maximum number of days for the order to come. Yes, because you're being conservative, because no understocking. Material control, one of the major of the no understocking. So production process should not get hampered. Correct? Huh? So you will assume maximum P, and you will also assume maximum C. That is, at maximum rate, the consumption is happening of the raw material. Therefore, reorder level formula is maximum consumption into maximum period. Clear? Maximum C into maximum P. From this reorder level only, we'll build on all the other formulas. So next is maximum level, correct? That is beyond which I should not maintain the stock. Maximum level. So reorder level is something there. Yes. Reorder level I should always maintain, because at reorder level only I will place the order. Reorder level, I will place the order. The order placed at reorder level is called as what? Reorder quantity. Nenpidya? ROQ, which may or may not be equal to EOQ. Yes, we'll come to EOQ later. Okay, so ROQ, that is reorder quantity. So reorder level is the level at which the order is placed. So much of stock is lying in my warehouse, correct? Avaga I place the order, reorder quantity will come and get added to this reorder level. So reorder level plus reorder quantity. However, during the period, between which the inventory will come and sit, whatever order I've placed that comes in my warehouse, during that time consumption will happen, right? We assume minimum consumption because we are arriving at maximum level. Minus ಮಾಡುವಾಗ minimum ಮಾಡಿ, so that the number is highest. Therefore, the formula is reorder level plus reorder quantity minus minimum C into minimum P. Yes. Minus minimum C into minimum P. After that, minimum level it is something less than reorder level. Minimum level should be below reorder level. So formula is reorder level minus average C into average P. Minus average C into average P, and danger level is average C or minimum consumption. There are two schools of thought, if you remember. Average C or minimum C into lead time for emergency purchase. Emergency purchase, the separate lead time will be there, which is not equal to the normal reorder period. Correct? So it is average C or minimum C into lead time for emergency purchase. And next formula is for average level. That is, first one is very simple: minimum plus maximum by 2. Minimum level plus maximum level by 2. And second one is minimum level should always be maintained. Correct? Reorder quantity or ordering, half of that will be in my stock, right? Assuming average consumption. So the formula is minimum level plus half of ROQ. That's the second formula for average level. All of you able to recall this?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
That is my fixation of stock levels. Idella in book, what is that? R2E material ide, whichever is not there at that time, I'll dictate. Clear? Yes. So we'll go to the R2E material later. After this, next, we learned formula for economic order quantity. This, what is economic order quantity? At EOQ, my ordering cost will be equal to carrying cost, and my inventory cost is the least. Remember, inventory andre, I'm not talking about raw material purchase cost. I'm talking about ordering cost and carrying cost itself. Yes, at EOQ, the total of ordering cost and carrying cost is the least. Any order quantity which is more than or less than EOQ, the cost will be higher than cost at EOQ. Remember this? Yes. So economic order quantity formula is square root of 2AB by C. Yes, where A is the annual demand or requirement for raw material or my input. Yes, annual demand or requirement for raw material or input. B is my buying cost or ordering cost. Then Arthak Tedya, is all of you with me? B
Yes,
is the
sir.
ordering cost per order. Remember, ordering cost is always per order, and C is the carrying cost per unit per annum. Yes, per unit for per annum. So the formula is square root of 2AB by C. Clear?
Yes,
Yes, sir.
Yes,
Formula
sir.
is square root of 2AB by C. After that, we learned different inventory control techniques. So inventory control only, first one we told is fixation of stock levels. EOQ is also one of them. And then we learned a lot of things, that is ABC, that is based on classification. Remember, based on classification, we learned different things. So that we will go through now. Listen now. Based on classification, ABC analysis, that is 70-20-10 analysis. Nenpidia?
Yes, sir.
70,
Yes, sir.
20, 10 analysis. Correct? So that is what? We categorize the inventory in three categories. That is A, B, and C. Yes. What is the important thing to remember is this is on total basis. Nenpidia? Yes. This is on total basis, whereas the other one, that is what? HML. That is high, medium, and low. It is on per unit. Then high, medium, and low cost, that is based on per unit basis, whereas ABC is based on total basis. What is 70-20-10? Category A. Yes, category A consists of 70% of the value of the inventory, but only 10% of the quantity. Yes. 70% in value, but only 10% in quantity. B is 20% in value and 20% in quantity, whereas C is only 10% in value, but 70% in quantity. Example, C category, we are given nuts, etc. Yes, your screws, nuts, bolts, etc. All this is my C category. A category, I had given you diamonds. Yes, value only it is very high, but in terms of quantity or number, it is the least. And B only jewelry shop only, maybe other items like your copper, silver, etc. That could be your B. Clear? Yes. This is my ABC 70-20-10 analysis. Next is FSN. Fast moving, slow moving, and non-moving. That is based on the frequency or movement of goods. Here the keyword is frequency. Yes. Keyword here is frequency. So fast moving andre eno, the conversion of raw material to finished goods is either fast cycle, slow cycle, or is not easily converted to finished goods. Correct? That is the conversion of raw material to finished goods. Ali replenishment frequency is here. It is the based on the replenishment frequency we're discussing. Either it is fast, slow, or zero. Clear? Now remember my chemist shop example. Yes, wherein fast moving and then your paracetamol and then Dolo 65, 650 and all of this is kept very near to the storekeeper. But whereas some slow moving that needs some prescription and all is kept a little far, and non-moving is always kept for disposal. Anything that is non-moving, it's kept for disposal. This is what? Fast moving, slow moving, and non-moving. And next one is vital, essential, desirable. VE. Vital, essential, desirable. Yeah. Yes. So vital andre it is extremely important. Here keyword is what? Criticality or importance for production or final product. Criticality or importance. That is the keyword. So vital. If it is not there or this raw material is not there, it will hamper the entire production process. Yes, Achal? It will hamper the entire production process. Essential andre, it is even if it is not the product will be produced, but the final product will be substandardized or process will be substandardized. Yes. But desirable andre, it does not impact anyway. Correct? It is like a cherry on top of the cake. So no production or efficiency loss. Yes, there is no production or efficiency loss. High cost, medium cost, and low inventory, we have already discussed. And last one is my just-in-time approach. This is one concept where we learned. Correct? That is my what is it? It is a Japanese technique of inventory management wherein we are, order the goods just before the time of production. That is, idea is to maintain zero inventory. Nenpidia? Idea is to maintain zero inventory. Adike a pull system. I told you first the order is placed. Remember adu my example of Toyota and all of those things. ಸ್ವಲ್ಪ ನೆನಪಾಗ್ತಿದ್ರೆ. Yes, wherein first the customer comes and places the order, based on the order place, you come and then manufacture. Remember, yes, that is a pull system anta ittu. Okay, all right. So these, and then you had two bin system. Two bin system, one larger bin is there and one smaller bin. Remember, in the first ensure that the larger bin is emptied, correct? Smaller, then you come to smaller bin. When you reach smaller bin, you place the order. Therefore, I say in the smaller bin, the level is called as reorder level. Yes. So ROL, the quantity, whatever you arrive at, maximum C into maximum P, that you store it in smaller bin. Yes. Correct. Larger bin first you empty and then you come to smaller bin. This is my two bin system. Yes, and then you have perpetual inventory taking and continuous stock taking. That is continuously and perpetually the books are updated. Continuous stock taking andre periodic basis you have to keep matching the physical stock with the books and then reconcile them. Yes. All right. So with that, open your R2E material. I think hopefully you have taken the printout. You should have taken it because yesterday you received. Printout ತೆಗ್ದಿರಾ?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Yes, good. Page number, material cost 5. Yes, one of you read.
Inventory, material cost. Inventory is as good as cash. Example, jewelry. Material control, the function of ensuring that sufficient goods retained in the stock to meet all requirements without carrying unnecessarily large stock.
Underline that. Yes.
Process involved in material. Material procurement, inspection, storage, issue.
ಇದಕ್ಕೆ ಇಲ್ಲಿ ಬರ್ತಿ refer ಇದು
P cycle.
P2P cycle. Procurement to pay cycle in costing notes book. Yes.
Bill of material. It is a document containing the detailed description and specification for manufacturing a product. Store's record. Bin card, stock control card maintained by the storekeeper. Store's ledger is maintained by costing department. Factory normal shortage is treated as an indirect expense. Abnormal shortage is debited to costing P&L account. Fixation of stock levels, EOQ, etc. Formulae. First, reorder level is equal to maximum reorder period into maximum usage, or safety reorder level is equal to safety stock plus lead time consumption.
Yes. I've solved a problem on this. A problem make refer ಮಾಡ್ಕೊಳ್ಳಿ. Yes, safety stock plus lead time consumption is another formula for reorder level. Yes, ma'am.
Second formula, minimum level is equal to reorder level minus normal usage per period into average delivery time. Maximum level is equal to reorder level plus reordering quantity minus minimum consumption during the period required to obtain delivery. Average stock level is equal to maximum level plus minimum level divided by 2, or minimum level plus half of reorder quantity. Danger level is equal to minimum consumption or average consumption into emergency delivery time.
Correct. Ali average C you add, because there are two schools of thought. Minimum C or average C into lead time for emergency purchase or emergency lead delivery time.
Economic order quantity is equal to square root of 2 into annual consumption into buying cost per order divided by cost per unit into storage and carrying cost rate. Inventory turnover ratio is equal to material consumed divided by average inventory.
Yes.
Inventory turnover period is equal to 365 divided by inventory turnover ratio.
Yes. So inventory turnover ratio ಅಂದ್ರೆ ನೆನಪಿದೆ, how many times the inventory has turned around in the system. ಅದಕ್ಕೆ formula is material consumed, that is opening stock plus purchases minus closing stock. Remember, Yes, that
Yes.
is the material consumed divided by average inventory held. That is opening plus closing divided by 2. That will give me inventory turnover ratio. And if I divide that by 365, I'll get the inventory turnover period. Andre, how many days does it take? Right? Once the inventory has entered the system, for how many days will it be there in my system? And then till it gets converted to finished goods and moves out of the system. Clear? That is my inventory turnover period. So inventory turnover ratio. So 365 divided by inventory turnover ratio gives me inventory turnover period. Yes, continue.
Safety stock is equal to within the bracket annual demand divided by 365 into another bracket maximum lead time minus normal or average lead time. Total inventory cost is equal to ordering cost plus carrying cost of the inventory plus purchase cost. Note, for calculation of total inventory cost, average inventory should be taken as half of the carrying cost is normally given as percentage of per unit. ABC, always better control analysis, 70-20-10 analysis. ABC
ಇಲ್ಲಿ somewhere mentioned it is on total basis. This is on total, not per unit basis. 70-20-10 analysis, underline it and then you write total basis. Yes, continue.
ABC analysis, it's a system of inventory control. It exercises discriminating control over different items of stores classified on the basis of investment involved. Items are classified into the following categories. A category, quantity less than 10% but value more than 70%. B category, quantity less than 20% but value about 20%. C category, quantity above 70% but value less than 10%.
Illi category A you can write down diamond and gold. Okay. Category B you can write this thing silver. C ke copper.
Okay.
Yes.
Control ratio. Input-output ratio, also known as yield ratio, which is equal to output divided by input into 100. Example, 2-meter cloth, 1 shirt, yield ratio is equal to 50%. 1 cane, 5 glasses of juice, yield ratio is equal to 500%. The converse of yield ratio represents material loss. Methods of pricing material issues. As per AS2, it is FIFO and VAP.
Okay, this I'll so FIFO, first in, first out, last in, first out, simple average price method, weighted average price method. FIFO is suitable in case of falling prices, right? Why? Because first in, first out. Yes, what does it mean? Whatever comes in first, all this is an assumption. Nenpidya? Yes, all of this is an assumption. It doesn't mean that actually the goods move in this order. Yes, so first in, Lipika, first in, first out. Whatever has come in first will be issued first, remember. Yes, in case of falling prices, andre enagutte, in case of falling prices, whatever has come in first, the value is higher, correct? Then the value keeps decreasing. So first in, first out ಮಾಡುವಾಗ, what will happen? The closing stock will represent what? My latest purchase, correct? That means the closing stock value will be the least. ನೆನಪಾಗ್ತಾ ಇದೆಯಾ? ಅರ್ಥ ಆಗ್ತಾ ಇದೆಯಾ?
Yes.
Closing stock value will be the least. In case of LIFO, that is last in, first out. Whatever is come in last will be issued first. That means closing stock will represent my first purchase. Yes. Correct. So in case of rising prices, what happens? The price keeps increasing. So first purchase price will be the least. So again, closing stock value will be the least. Right? Yes. So that is why FIFO only it is suitable in case of falling prices. LIFO it is suitable in case of rising prices. Okay. Yes. Continue.
TwoWin. Okay. TwoWin system. Under this system, one smaller part should stock the quantity equal to minimum stock or reorder level. The larger part should stock the remaining stock. Stock issues shall be made from the larger bin. Other systems of inventory control includes FSN, that is the fast, slow, and non-moving analysis.
Please just write down the keywords for this. Fast moving, slow moving, and non-moving is frequency. FSN, write down frequency. Or replenishment frequency also you can write. Yes. For vital, essential, desirable, write down for VED criticality / importance. For VED, vital, essential, desirable, write down the keyword Naman criticality / importance. HML ಬರ್ದಿಲ್ಲ ಇಲ್ಲಿ somewhere. Write down high, medium, low. HML, that is high cost, medium cost, low cost inventory. High cost, medium cost, and low cost inventory. Put a hyphen and write per unit cost. Is based on per unit cost. Obviously, your attention to be given will be accordingly for inventory with high cost, high attention, then medium attention, and low attention. Okay, this is very important. This is especially for stores ledger problem. Important treatment from stores ledger perspective. Returns to vendors, it is similar to issue rate at which it was supplied. So any return to the vendors should be recorded at what rate? Rate at which it was supplied. NPDya? Yes.
Yes.
Next, the return from production, it is similar to receipts. You are receiving these goods. You are issued to production department. All of you with me, Vidatri? Yes. You are receiving the goods from the production department. So it's a receipt. Rate at which it was issued to production department. Clear? Next, any shortage will be treated as issue. Any surplus will be treated as a receipt. So you'll be going with regular pricing for shortage. For surplus, you'll go with immediate previous issue rate. One more thing you have to write down. For return to vendors and return from production, so especially for return to vendors, there you put a hyphen and write if not given. If rate is not given, that is rate at which it was supplied is not given, then you will assume what?
Regular price.
Yes.
Yes.
Again, for return from production, you will assume immediate previous issue rate. Only if it is not given. Okay. If rate at which it is issued to production is not given, then you assume immediate previous issue rate. Immediate previous issue rate. Clear? Yes. The next one is material losses. Waste means it has no scrap value, right? Example, petrol evaporation given in the question, in your book. Yes, petrol evaporation. So when there is no scrap value, that is no cost can be recovered, then it is called waste. If there is a slight or low cost recoverable, then it is called, or it has scrap value, then it is called as scrap. The example is sawdust. Okay. Defective andre, the defects can be rectified economically. Very important. Additional amount, spending additional amount, which should be economical in nature. At the hakpidi on the keyword haki. Should be economical. So defective means what? Defects can be rectified. Very important. Defects can be rectified, but what? By incurring economic cost, which is economical.
Yes, sir.
Scratch in a watch is example. Next, obsolete items means it becomes outdated. Outdated. Mainly, it is normally because of change in technology or change in trend. Last one is spoilage. It is so badly damaged that it cannot be rectified economically. It is can't be rectified. Right? So waste, scrap, defective, spoilage, and obsolete. These are the different material losses. Obsolete on the downward arrow mark hakbit baridi, it is always abnormal in nature. It is always abnormal in nature. ಅಲ್ಲೇ ಇಲ್ಲಿ ಮೆಟೀರಿಯಲ್ ಲಾಸ್ ಕೆಳಗಡೆ ಜಾಗ ಇದೆ ಅಲ್ವಾ, ದೇರ್ ಯು ಕ್ಯಾನ್ ರೈಟ್ ಡೌನ್ landed cost, it refers to cost of raw material. Landed cost, it refers to cost of raw material which is expressed per unit, double underline, okay? In order to ascertain the price at which it should be issued to production. In order to ascertain the price at which it should be issued to production. Full stop and continue. Isaku, then I'll just discuss. Okay. It normally includes what all things? Raw material purchase price it includes, correct? Any transportation charges it will be including. Then cost of packaging, import duty, etc. Okay. Anything that is a cost to the company and that for which refund cannot be claimed, either in terms of tax or in terms of containers, etc. Correct. Non-refundable containers, it is my cost. Refundable containers, it is not my cost. Yes, common sense, yes. But whereas it does not include what? Trade discount. Any taxes on which refund is allowed or input is allowed. Yes. Refundable containers will not come. Yes, so all of these are examples for which it will not form part of cost. Clear? Yes. Now, do you have your RTP? I think in your material itself is there. So, come to your problem section now. Problems. I think that is page number 48 of the problem section. Yes, page 48. Yes, all of you can see the screen.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
One of you read now.
Reliable India Private Limited is a startup company engaged in manufacturing of agrotech product from raw material which is purchased at rupees 190 per kg. The company incurs a handling cost of rupees 1,470 plus freight of 770 per order. The
Okay.
incremental
190 per kg in underline Madi. What is that? It is the
purchase.
purchase price. Correct. Next. And the handling cost of rupees 1,470 and freight of rupees 770 per order. Per order underline Madi. 770 and 1,470 is you underline. What is this?
Ordering cost.
Ordering cost.
Continue.
The incremental carrying cost of inventory of raw material is rupees 3 per kg per month. In addition, the cost of working capital finance on the investment in inventory of raw material is rupees 20 per kg per annum. The annual production of the product is 1,50,000 units and 3 units are obtained from 1 kg of raw material. Assume 360 days in a year. You are required to calculate the economic order quantity of raw materials, determine how frequently companies should order for procurement be placed. If the company proposes to rationalize placement of orders on quarterly basis, determine a percentage of discount in the price of raw material that should be negotiated.
Negotiate. Yes, so we'll go one by one. Simple. First one is economic order quantity, that is square root of 2AB by C. Now calculate A, B, and C quickly. Answer no, just look at the screen. Okay, look at the screen, look at your notebooks, quickly calculate A, B, and C. Yes. what is the annual demand? Then what is B? What is the buying cost? Then C, what is the carrying cost? Quick. Only A, B, C I want. Done? Yes. What is A? Annual demand, 1 lakh?
1,50,000.
units divided by
1,50,000?
Divided by 3.
Divided by 3.
3, very important. Yes, why? Because like I said, 1,50,000 is the output. It'll underline, idana circle madbidra, wherever first it's given, 1,50,000, circle it and then put an arrow mark and write down output. This is output. Correct? This is my output. Divided by 3, only then I get my input. So 50,000 is my annual demand, correct? All of you agree? Yes. Next, what is the buying cost or ordering cost per order? 1,470 plus 770. Yes, to 40 is my ordering cost per order. And what is the carrying cost? They've given here. It is rupees 3 per kg per month. Also, in addition to that, there is a working capital finance cost, which is rupees 20 per kg per annum. So now what's the total cost? Rupees 20?
3 into 12.
Plus 36.
20 plus 3 into 12, correct? Yes. So what's the total?
56.
56
per kg per annum.
Now come down and check. 50,000 kgs, 2240, correct? And then rupees 56 per kg. I hope everyone got this. Yes. So I'll let 2AB by C is square root of that. You get 2,000 kgs. Okay. Okay. Next. Next is determine how frequently company should order for procurement. So number of frequency, first you should find out number of orders, correct? After that, you divide 365 by number of orders, you get frequency. So how
360.
do I determine number of orders?
Annual
Annual
demand
demand
divided by
Divided by my EOQ. So 50,000 kg divided by 2,000. So 25 orders is my number of orders.
Yes.
Understand? This when I divide it by 360 days. Why 360? Given in the
Given
question,
in question.
it is 360 days. Okay. So adike 360 days when I divide it, I get 14.4
14.4 days.
Clear?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Yes. Next, they're asking if the company proposes to rationalize placement of orders on quarterly basis. So if they do quarterly basis, that is 4 orders in a year, correct? 4 orders in a year. That means my order size will be how much now? 50,000 divided by
divided by 4.
4, correct? This ulta actually. See, this is not the way, right? Idella confusing. Adikke number of orders you know is quarterly, it is 4, correct? Therefore, this is 50,000 by 4. Artha agta idya? In
Yes, sir.
practically 50,000 by 4. Write down 50,000 divided by 4. That is how you get 12,500. Not the other way around. Right? Quarterly, we know that is why we take it 4. Clear, all of you? Yeah. So
Yes,
then cost of placing the orders or ordering cost will be what? Number of orders into cost per order. Gottaidu? Number of
Yes.
orders into cost. So here it is 25 orders. We have computed on top. 25 into 2240. Here it will be 4 into 2240. So 8,960 and 56,000. Okay. Yes. Next. Inventory carrying cost will be how much? Half into your EOQ or ROQ, right? Here it will be ROQ and into your carrying cost per unit per annum. So half into 2,000 kg into 56 is 56,000 and half into 56 into 12,500 is 3,50,000. When you add both, you get 3,58,960 and 1,12,000. Gottagtidya? Yes. Now how will I compute the discount? Ready? Unmute ಮಾಡಿ ಹೇಳ್ಬೇಕು.
So the difference between the total of carrying cost and ordering cost between the
Yes.
on quarterly basis and EOQ basis.
Correct. In revision class ಅಲ್ಲಿ ನನಗೆ first batch, second batch ಎಲ್ಲ ಒಂದೇ. ಅರ್ಥ ಆಯ್ತಾ? Anybody just unmute and answer because all of you have attended one. So it is the same. Okay. So 3,58,960 minus 1,12,000. Correct? That is the difference in the cost. ಅರ್ಥ ಆಗ್ತಾ ಇದೆಯಾ?
Yes.
Here you
Yes,
can
sir.
2,46,960 is the additional cost for placing on quarterly basis, correct? ಅದನ್ನೇ ನಾನು ಡಿಸ್ಕೌಂಟ್ ಆಗಿ ಕೇಳಿದ್ರೆ then it will be okay. So 2,46,960 divided by my purchase price, which is not going to change under both scenarios. That is, purchase is how much? 190 per kg for 50,000 kgs. When you multiply, it is 95 lakh. So 2,46,960 divided by 95 lakh, it is 2.60%. Clear, all of you? So if I negotiate 2.60% as a discount, then I can go ahead with quarterly purchase. Everyone understood this problem?
Yes.
Yes.
Test May 23. So May 23, Nanella RTP, I'll be solving it like this only. Okay. November also, if there are certain important problems, I'll be solving like this. Otherwise, we'll glance, and then any other important problems there, I'll go through like this only. Don't. Next one, question paper November 22. Okay. So then nodi, M Limited uses 7,500 valves per month. See, anytime you get a period, adana underline madbekku. Okay. Because we know demand has to be calculated per annum. Nenpidya? Yes. So that is, which is purchased at a price of rupees 1.5 per unit. The carrying cost is estimated to be 20% of average inventory investment. Andre purchase price mele you have to compute. Correct? On the purchase price, you have to compute 20% on an annual basis. The cost to place an order and getting the delivery is rupees 15. Andre, what is this cost? Ordering cost. Right? It takes a period of 1.5 months to receive a delivery from the date of placing an order, and a safety stock of rupees 3,200 valves is desired. So your safety stock is 3,200, and the what is this? 1.5 months is what? Anybody?
Reorder period.
Reorder period. Correct, reorder period. Okay, you are required to determine EOQ, frequency of the orders, reorder point in formula. Anyone?
Maximum C into maximum P.
Maximum.
Maximum C into maximum P, but only maximum C, maximum P information is it there? We will check. What is the other formula we know? Just now we learned.
Safety stock plus lead time.
Lead time
Yeah,
consumption.
so one of the things will come into picture. We'll see how it goes. Okay. Economic order quantity is of the valve cost 4.5 each instead of 1.5. So instead of 1.5, it is 4.5. Then again, they're asking to compute revised EOQ. Okay. We'll check Madi now. Calculation of economic order quantity, annual requirement. Now come back. Limited 7,500 valves. Okay. Now this is per month. Therefore, you have to calculate per annum. Okay. So into 12, you do 90,000 valves. Ordering cost they've already given. It is directly 15. Carrying cost is 20% of the purchase price. So since per unit purchase price is already given, be smart. Yes. So 1.5 into 20%, 0.30 is the carrying cost per unit per annum. Artha aita? Yes. 0.30. This you multiply 2 into 90,000 into 15. Ordering cost divided by 0.3, that is 3,000 valves. This is my economic order quantity. Now, frequency of the number of orders will be 90,000 divided by 3,000, that is 30 orders. I hope everybody is understanding. So orders can be placed in every 12 days. This is the frequency. That is 360 days divided by 30, that is 12 days. Clear?
Yes, sir.
Order quantity, maximum C into maximum P. Now, what is maximum consumption? Here it is given. It takes a period of 1.5 months to receive a delivery from the date of placing order, and safety stock of 3,200 valves is desired. Where is it? Here. So if you remember, what is the formula? Lead time consumption plus safety stock.
Okay.
Remember, I told you the second formula will come into picture here because of lack of information. Okay. So lead time consumption is maximum lead time. So here only one information is given. Ili maximum minimum adela enu kottella. 1.5 is the minimum period, and then maximum consumption is 7,500 valves in a month. 1 month 7,500 they've given. 7,500 into 1.5 plus lead time safety stock gives me reorder quantity. Yes, ROQ. Nenpidya? Yes.
Sir.
Yes.
Next. Hey, ROQ allado. Reorder point. Okay, reorder point is ROL. Rename it. Reorder quantity is EOQ itself. This is the reorder point. Quantity allado. Reorder level. In fact, you go to theory also. There also, I think reorder level we have given two formulas. Okay. Next. calculation of economic order quantity when it is revised. So again, you have to revise it. 4.5 into 20%, 0.90. Substitute 0.9 and you will get the answer first. Simple.
Yes,
Yes.
Yes, sir.
Sir.
So this is your question paper. November 22, the question paper. Okay, simple agitta.
Yes,
Don't
sir.
you think you easily scored 5 on 5 in this? 5-mark question this is. It will come normally in your question 1. I think yesterday sir went through the question paper. Yes?
Yes,
That is
yes.
start.
Yes, sir.
I saw he had
Yes,
gone
sir.
through the first early. 5-mark question it comes. Easy to solve. Yes? Idinna now, I'll just quickly. Idina, I would be a little careful. Nani ivaga heltideni ಸ್ವಲ್ಪ careful again. Okay. Mrs. Tanishka Materials Private Limited produces a product which names ESS. The consumption of raw material for the production of ESS is 210 kgs to 350 kgs per week. So, idu minimum consumption is given, maximum consumption is given.
Yes.
Okay. Of the raw material itself, so no conversion required. Other information is as follows. The procurement time. So, this is reorder period 5 to 9 days. Purchase price of the raw material is given. Ordering cost per order is given. Storage cost or carrying cost is given, but it is given per month. You have to convert it per annum. 1% per month plus ₹2 per unit per annum. So, idu nodi, idu per annum ide. This is per month. Very important. Yes. This is per month. This is per annum. Consider a 365 days a year. Calculate EOQ, ROL, minimum stock, maximum average stock, number of orders to be placed per year, total inventory cost. If the supplier is willing to offer 1% discount, he is offering 1% of total annual quantity in 2 orders. Whether offer is acceptable. Anybody can tell me how to do this? Same thing like how you did.
Number
Okay.
of orders is 2.
Number of orders is 2. So previous question now, May 23, RTP we did. Remember, only what you had to compute the discount, correct? Illi enu discount avare kottidare. Discount aadmele will the cost be equal to EOQ or less than EOQ? You have to check. Remember, understood. For 2 orders, what will be the ordering cost? What will be the carrying cost? After that, you total it, add the purchase cost minus the discount. And then you calculate the cost under EOQ. If both are equal or lesser than that, then you can comment on whether it is acceptable or not. If the answer is no, what should be the counter offer with respect to percentage of discount? Hint here. Hint no?
Answer is
It's no.
Not ICI ಬಗ್ಗೆ that is just a hint. So if your answer is yes, you check your answer again. If you get the answer as yes, check your answer again, because otherwise there is no point in giving this question. But anganta bouncer kodbodu, but chance is like 5%. 95% no irutte. Artha aita?
Yes, sir.
Yes,
Yes,
sir.
Now if you see here, maximum and minimum is given, but for the purpose of computing my minimum stock level, what is the formula, guys?
ROL minus average.
Average C, average P kottila, you have to compute. Artha aita? So that is what is done here, right? So maximum consumption, and very important, extremely important. This is why it is very important. I'll mark madi. Here it is given per week. This is where most of them. So because it was November 22, last batch I told them to solve this. Just like how I told you guys to solve RTP 23. When they solved this question, and most normally November baro chances irutte. Artha aita? ಬರುತ್ತೆ ಅಂತ ನಾನು ಗ್ಯಾರಂಟಿ ಕೊಡ್ತಾ ಇಲ್ಲ, ಬಟ್ ಪ್ಯಾಟರ್ನ್ ಹಂಗಿರುತ್ತೆ. ದಿಸ್ ಇಸ್ ಇಂಪಾರ್ಟೆಂಟ್ ಪ್ರಾಬ್ಲಮ್ ಫಾರ್ ಯು ಗೈಸ್, ಬಿಕಾಸ್ ಇಟ್ಸ್ ನಾಟ್ ಕಮ್ ಇನ್ ದಿ ಎಕ್ಸಾಮಿನೇಷನ್. ಅಂದ್ರೆ ರೀಸೆಂಟ್ ಎಕ್ಸಾಮಿನೇಷನ್ ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಬಂದಿಲ್ಲ. ಸೊ ವಾಟ್ ಇಸ್ ಇಂಪಾರ್ಟೆಂಟ್ ಹಿಯರ್? ದಿಸ್ ಇಸ್ ಇನ್ ವೀಕ್ಸ್, ದಿಸ್ ಇಸ್ ಇನ್ ಡೇಸ್. ಡೇಸ್ ನ ವೀಕ್ಸ್ ಕನ್ವರ್ಟ್ ಮಾಡೋದು ಕಷ್ಟ ಆಗುತ್ತೆ, ಇಟ್ ಕಮ್ ಇನ್ ಡೆಸಿಮಲ್ಸ್. ಬಟ್ ವೀಕ್ಸ್ ನ ಯು ಕ್ಯಾನ್ ಈಸಿಲಿ ಕನ್ವರ್ಟ್ ಟು ಡೇಸ್. ಅರ್ಥ ಆಯ್ತಾ? So that is what is done here. Maximum consumption per day is, so week ide, this to 350 ide, divided by 7 they did. They got 50 kgs. Then minimum consumption per day, minimum is 210 given here. Yes. So that if you check 210 by 7, average is 50 plus 30 by 2, that is 40 kgs. This is extremely important. Most of them miss this. Ee working note na miss madbittare. That is, they don't observe that it is not the same. Clear? Okay. So now calculation of EOQ, from now onwards it is pretty simple. Yes, 2AB by C 2 into annual consumption. What is the annual consumption given here? Annual consumption, check here. So 40 kgs is we have computed, correct? Average consumption. So average consumption, this is what it is, average consumption. Don't think from where this 40 kgs has come. Into 365 days, you get 14,600 kgs. Clear? Yes, 40 kgs into 365 days, 14,600 kgs is my annual consumption. And then carrying cost is 100 into, so that is the purchase price. Check here. What is the purchase price? Sorry,
100
per month. Purchase price they've given. 100 per kg. So 100 into 1% per month it is. So I told you that is important period always. So multiply into 12 months plus rupees 2 per unit per annum. That's already given. So just add 2. It is 14 rupees per unit per annum. So 200 is already given. So 2 into 14,600 into 200 by 14, 646 kg. This is the EOQ. Balance reorder level. Now it is easy. Maximum C into maximum P. All this you can just calculate. Then again, so that is reorder level. Then maximum stock, ROL plus ROQ minus minimum to minimum. Average is minimum plus maximum by 2. Number of orders to be placed, annual consumption by EOQ. All this. Arthakta idya? Idella gottanta, I am just moving ahead. Yes?
Yes.
Yes,
Yes, sir.
Important now. Here, what is the difference between May 23 RTP? You'll note the slight difference is there. Let me just highlight that. May 23 RTP, what does it say? If the company proposes to rationalize placement of orders on quarterly basis, determine the percentage of discount in the price of raw materials should be negotiated. So what I did, I calculated what is the ordering cost and carrying cost under EOQ and not under EOQ. Artha differential in the cost, I asked as a discount. Clear?
Yes, sir.
Correct? So you'll note that is what I have done here. Yes, that's what they have done here. Correct? 2,46,960 divided by 95 lakh is the discount. In this case, a discount percentage is already given. So it cannot be a mere comparison between ordering cost and carrying cost. Here, what is happening? Purchase price is not constant. Correct? Purchase price is varying with the percentage they've given. So you have to compute, very important, the total inventory cost, including the purchase price. If you don't consider this purchase price, you cannot just compare these two because there is a discount element involved here. Okay, now see here, cost of materials A into purchase price is 14,600 into 100, 14,60,000 the purchase. Clear? Next, EOQ. EOQ basis only number of orders into ordering cost per order, 23 orders into 200. And next, this carrying cost is half into EOQ into C. That is 646 by 2 into 14, 4522. If the rounding of error, normally you should get same. Did you get it?
Yes.
You should get 4,600 only. Rounding of error in the 4522 birthday, 1416 and 122. Next, when there is a 1% discount, my purchase price is altering. If the purchase price changes, my carrying cost will change. Okay. Then revised order quantity is 14,600 by 2 orders. Correct? This is same. Even earlier, we took the revised number of orders, only computed ordering cost. Okay. 7,300 kgs. For that, I computed cost. Now you compute same thing. Cost of materials is A into purchase price, 14,600 into 99. Next, number of orders is 2 orders, 200 per order. And next, half into order quantity, that is 7,300 kgs. 7,300 divided by 2 into 13.88. What is 13.88 here? Revised carrying cost per unit per annum. That you multiply. Total the cost 14,96,462. The cost of 14,96,462 is higher than 14,69,122. Therefore, will you accept this offer?
No.
You will not accept because there is a difference of 27,340. This should again be taken as a discount percentage. But however, very important here, again mark this important. Yenike, since your purchase price is also varying, therefore your carrying cost will also vary. All of you, please concentrate. And if you don't understand, ask me. Okay. discount rate, I assume it to be some percentage or Z%. Clear? Because it's no longer going to be 1%. Okay. That Z%, I will minus it from 100, correct? Because 100 is what my purchase cost. All of you with me and understanding?
Yes.
Yes, sir.
Yes, all of you understanding? Yes, 100 is
Yes,
what my
sir.
purchase cost. Yes, Chinmay? 100 is my purchase price. I get a discount of Z%. So 100 minus Z. Clear?
Yes.
Next.
Yes, sir.
Carrying cost will be what? Revised purchase price. Yes. Into 1% into 12 months. Kottidare 1% into 12 months is the carrying cost. Plus
Yes,
rupees 2 they've given. So my revised carrying cost will be 12 minus 0.12 Z plus rupees 2. When I substitute, I get 14 minus 0.12 Z. This is my revised carrying cost. Therefore, now you substitute everywhere the same thing. My cost of material will be how much? A into purchase price, 14,600 into 100 minus Z, 14,60,000 minus 14,600 Z. Ordering cost will be number of orders into 200, that is 400. And carrying cost is EOQ by half into this 14 minus 0.12 Z we have computed here, correct? That you substitute here. So half into EOQ into carrying cost per unit per annum. Now you expand this equation, you get 51,100 minus 438 Z. Now you add 14,60,000 plus 51,100, you get 15,11,500. 14,600 minus 438 Z, you get 50,038 Z. Clear? Total inventory cost, I should equate it with what? My EOQ inventory cost?
Yes.
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 Therefore,
Yes, sir.
solve for Z, you get 2.82%. Ankaraj, did you understand? Yes. Yes, Vindhya Sumani.
Yes,
Artha, you want me to explain again? Darshita, clear?
Yes, sir.
Yes. Achutra Nayak, clear?
Yes, sir.
Yes. Okay, important problem. Mark this as important and kindly solve it because it's your latest RTP itself. Okay. Number 22 alle bandide. So never know, it might come. But if this question comes, it will not come for 5 marks, it will come for 10 marks only. Okay. If they ask so many things, if what they can do, they can skip ROL, maximum level, minimum level, average level, and just ask you EOQ and the last question for 5 marks. If they ask everything, they ask for 10 marks. But Artha aita, problem Artha aita. Sneha, did you understand?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Yes. All of you. Naman, Nidya Artha aita, Artha aita.
Sir, thanks.
Yes. Dikshu Priya, are you in the class?
Yes, sir.
Dikshu Priya, you wrote this, you're writing in November or you wrote in May?
November, sir.
Right, in November. Are you coming to the classes?
Sir, I had some health issues, so I had taken permission from Shetty, sir.
Okay.
No.
Cover up whatever you, because off late I don't see you in the class.
Yes,
Okay.
sir.
Now better?
Yeah, sir, I'm feeling better.
No. Okay. If you can, then just keep a video on if you're better. Yes.
Yeah, sir.
All right. Okay. Other questions I quickly glance through, then we'll move on to the next chapter. Okay, na? Yes.
Yes, sir.
Yes.
So RTP November 22 aitu, May 23 RTP is done, and question paper November 22 is also done. Then your landed cost though, May 12 RTP, I'll just quickly go through that also. Okay. That is easy.
May 12.
Yes. What up?
May what? Year?
Here, just come here. Below page number yaad nodi, nangotila. 56. Come to page 56. Okay. Treatment of items associated with purchase of materials is tabulated below. Now you guys only tell me, cash discount, will it come? Cash discount is a part of cost or not?
No, sir.
No, sir.
No, sir. Part of cost.
Cash discount should not be reduced. Correct. Cash discount should not be reduced. ಆಗ್ತಿದ್ಯಾ? ನೋ ಅಂದ್ರೆ ಮೈನಸ್ ಮಾಡಬಾರ್ದು ಕಾಸ್ಟ್ ಇಂದ. therefore it should not ಇಲ್ಲಿ ನೋಡಪ್ಪ, ಇಲ್ಲಿ should not be deducted, correct, because it is finance charges. Next, GST would depend on whether credit is available or not. If credit is available, then you will not take it as for part of cost. If it is not available, you will take. Demurrages, ಏನಿದು demurrage?
Penalty. You pay for what? Your loading and unloading. Remember, is delay in the loading and unloading. Since it's a penalty, it is abnormal. Anything that is abnormal, you will not.
Costing P&L.
It will not go to costing. It will not be form. It will not form part of cost. Here, you will take it to costing P&L. Shortages. Again, here it depends on whether it is normal or abnormal. Normal idre, what will you do?
Borne by good units.
Borne by good units. If it is abnormal, then it is taken to costing P&L. Next, basic customs duty, BCD. ಅದರಲ್ಲಿ ಇನ್ಪುಟ್ ಸಿಗಲ್ಲ, ಗೊತ್ತಲ್ಲ ನಿಮ್ಗೆ. BCD ಇದು ಏನು ಇಲ್ಲ. BCD is a cost to you. Only the IGST portion in the customs duty. I'm not sure. Custom duty ಇಲ್ಲ ಅಲ್ವಾ ನಿಮ್ಗೆ?
No, sir.
Okay, ಬಿಡಿ. Simple BCD is added. Clear?
Yes, sir.
BCD is
Okay,
added.
sir.
Next. Okay. Now look at this now. Sky and Company, an unregistered supplier. What does it mean?
ITC is not available.
ITC is not available. Okay. Under GST, purchased material from Way Limited, which is registered under GST. The following information is available for one lot of 5,000 units of material purchased. Listed price of one lot 2,50,000. Trade discount at 10% on listed price. Trade discount, should I deduct it or not? Should I
Should
minus
not.
trade
Yes,
discount
sir.
or not?
Yes, sir.
I should minus.
Yes, sir.
Trade
Minus.
discount excluded. Okay, so 2,50,000 minus 10%, right? So if you check here, 2,50,000 minus 10%, 25,000. Okay, next, CGST and GST, credit not available, 12%. 12% is calculated after discount or before discount?
After
discount.
Discount. On this 2,25,000, you calculate 6% of CGST and SGST. Clear? You get 13,500, that 2,52,000. After that, they've given demurrage paid to transporter. It is taken to
costing P&L.
costing. Freight and insurance 17,000. Then toll tax 5,000. 5,000, will it be added? Yes.
Yes, sir.
Okay.
Yes, sir.
You will add 17,000 of freight and insurance. You will add commission and brokerage also will be added. Clear? Next comes refundable containers, if I'm not wrong. Amount deposited for returnable containers 30,000. Amount refund of 20,000 received. Therefore, what will I do?
10,000.
10,000.
20,000 plus minus 30 minus 20, 10,000 will be added to cost. Okay, 2,94,000, and then they've given 2% of total cost. Other expenses is 2% of total cost. That means, what will I do? The balance cost 2,94,000 is how much? 98%. Correct? 98%. Are you understanding?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
2,94,000 is 98. Il barili. 2,94,000 is 98%. This is 2%. So 3 lakh is 100%. 3 lakh pakka 100% bari. 100%. 3 lakh is 100%. This is 98. This is 2%.
Great.
So correct. So 2,94,000 divided by 98 into 2 will give me 6,000.
Yes, sir.
So this is 3 lakh. Okay. Now they've given that 20% there is a material shortage due to normal reasons. So your units you will reduce from 5,000 to 4,000. Correct? 5,000. You will minus 1,000. There is no cost associated because it's not abnormal. If it is abnormal, you'll reduce the cost here and take into costing P&L. Since the normal cost is 0, borne by good unit. So 3 lakh by 4,000, 75,000 cost per unit. Remember, landed cost should always be expressed per unit. Okay?
Yes.
You should give notes for all the adjustments, treatment, whatever is given. That's it. Okay.
So whether we should give note to the transaction that goes to costing P&L, that is abnormal items.
Yeah. Or anything that you're not taking here, right? For example, cash discount you will not take. Write it. Why you're not taking cash discount? Demurrage you have not taken. Why have you not taken? Any special treatment you should give a note. Clear? Any concept that is involved, you should give a note. Must. Okay. Now come to page number 59. Yes, Akshay, read. Unmute ಮಾಡೋದು. It's okay, read. Nothing will happen, read.
MM Limited has provided the following information about the items in its inventory. Item code number 101, 102, 103, 104, 105, 106. MM Limited has adopted the policy of classifying the items constituting 15% or above total inventory cost as A category, items constituting 6% or less total inventory cost as C category, and the remaining item as B category. You are required to first one, rank the items on the basis of percent of total inventory cost. Second one, classifying the items into A, B, and C categories as per the ABC analysis of inventory cost adopted by MM Limited.
Okay, simple ABC allide. They have only made your life easy. If you remember the class problem I solved in the question in the class, you had to assume, right? ABC na ya category na we will put it as A, B, and C. In this very simple, they have only given that the items constituting 15% or above of total inventory cost. If they don't give also, it is you know that it is cost only, correct? Because I told you 70-20-10 analysis is based on the total value, correct? Not based on quantity. Yes, quantity, then later on you will do it. So A is constituting 6% or less. 6% or less is C, 15% or above is A, anything in between is B. Okay. So adike what you need to first, you will find out cumulative totals. Nenpidya idella? Yes. So first you find out the total. Okay, illi total madi first.
Yes,
The
sir.
units you have, then find out the what is the percentage of total units. Yes, units,
Yes, sir.
percentage of total units, unit cost, total inventory cost, percentage of total inventory cost. Idikke percentage manangilla unit cost ge. Percentage of total inventory cost you will do. Okay, and then you rank it. Ranking based on what? Based on this. Nenpidya?
Yes,
sir.
Yes, sir.
15.53.3, 16.67 is 2. Then 12% is 3. So it's gradually decreasing. 8 is 4, 6 is 5, then 4 is 6. Clear?
Yes,
They have
sir.
only given
Yes.
15% and above. Andre 16.67% and then 53%. This is more than 15%, correct? This is A. Next. Your B category. Next. B is what? Anything between 12 and 6. Yes. So 12. Next 8. Here 6%, does it include C or not? We should check here. 6% or less. So 6 is also C only. So 6 is C and 4 is C. Clear?
Yes.
Yes, sir.
So 4 is also C and then 6 is also C. Adanne illi they would have done it. Very simple. So A, B, C. Right? 103 item number. Percentage of total units, total inventory cost, percentage of total inventory cost. A, B, and C is done. So if you see 53.33, 16.67 is 70, 12 and 8 is 20, 6 and 4 is 10. The exact 70, 20, 10 barta ide. They normally don't come. Okay. That is ABC. Next, I think this we have already discussed. Then question 3. Tyrotubes, another important problem. Page number 66. I'll read. All of you found it? Yes.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Tyrotube,
Yes,
tyrotube traders in four-wheeler type tires and tubes. So it stocks sufficient quantity of tires of almost every vehicle. In the year end 2011-12, the report of sales manager revealed that the Messrs Tyrotube experienced stock out of tires. Then be stock out problem.
Yes, sir.
Stock out of tires. Okay. Stock out of tires. So 100 is number of 2 times. That means they were out of stock of 100 units 2 times. For 80 units 5 times. 50 tires 10 times. Then 20, 20, then 0, 10 and 0 as the case may be. Mr. Tyrotube loses 150 per unit due to stock out. Underline 150 is for stock out and spends 50 per unit for carrying the inventory. So rupees 50 per unit per annum is the inventory carrying cost. Stock out cost is rupees 150 per unit. Determine optimum safest stock level. Yes. So for this, what first you have to do the probability table. Nenpidre. Yes. This is the working note you have to do first. Probability table. That means what? 100 2 times 85, 50, 10, then 20, 20, then 10, 30, and then 0, 3. So what is the probability here? Number of times divided by 100. 100 enike? Total of this is 100, guys. Write down here 100. This is 100. Okay.
Yes, sir.
Total of that is 100. Therefore, number of times by 100. It is just a coincidence. Artha aita? Illi 2 idre 2% of the guarantee enilla. There is no guarantee. It's just a coincidence because this is 100. It is coming to 2%. Clear?
Yes, sir.
If it was 50, it would come to 4%. Okay. So illi. So probability 0.02, 0.05, 0.1, 0.2, 0.3, and 0.33. Now you come back here. So safety stock level of 100. If you have a safety stock of 100, do you have a stock out possibility? No, because the maximum stock out is 100, correct? So if you have kept a safety stock of 100, there is no stock out. Probability is also 0. Stock out loss is not there. Inventory carrying cost will be 100 into 50, that is rupees 5,000. Clear? Next, if there is 80 safety stock, there is a probability of 20 stock out of 20. Probability of 20 stock out. So stock out is 20. Therefore, probability 0 na. 0 alla. 0.20 the stock out probability 20 do
20.
20%. Okay. Why is it 0? 0 is typing.
2%. It should be 2%.
2%. Make it 2%, guys. Ali, correct it as 2%. Yeah, 2% is the probability. Therefore, stock out will be how much? 20 into 2% into 150. Check. Does it come to 3,000?
60.
60.
Stick 60. Expect. Here it is 60. Correct. Multiply madi. What they have done is they have done into 4 again separately here. Adikke. So 60 is correct. Clear?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Next. So if there is 80 stock out, possibility is only 20. Correct? Next one. If there is 50 stock, what is the stock out possibility, guys?
50.
50.
And
And
30.
I think check ಮಾಡಿ. See, this is what every time people will get confused. Illi computation bariri. 1 second, sorry, I did something. Write down the computation here. How did you get 20, guys?
100
minus
minus
80.
Correct. Write down here 100 minus 20. In arrow mark along hakon hake 100 minus 20.
100 minus 80.
80.
Sorry, 100 minus 80. 100 minus 80. Clear? 100 minus 80 is 20. How did I get 80 here? See, 100 idre, sorry, 80 stock out I have. Correct. 80 safety stock I have. 80 safety stock idre, only 100 is the only possibility which is more than 80. Correct? Therefore, 20. Next now, if I have 50, you should check how many are more than 50. 100 and 80. So stock out possibility is 50 minus 100, 50 minus 80. Bariri. Illi. 50 minus 100, so 100 minus 50 and 80 minus 50. Correct?
Yes, sir.
What is the
Yes,
percentage?
Yes, sir.
Stock out of 50% ಏನು?
10.
10%.
10%.
And stock out of 30, what is the percentage?
2%.
30.
Allah, see, guys. Percentage ಗೆ ನೀವು 20 ಗೆ ಯಾವ್ದನ್ನ ಚೆಕ್ ಮಾಡಿ? You took 2%, correct?
Yes, sir.
Yes, 2 because
Yes, sir.
100 is the demand, 80 is the safety stock I have. ಅರ್ಥ ಆಯ್ತಾ? So same way now also 100 is the demand, right? I have 50 safety stock, therefore 50 stock out. So here percentage will be how much?
2%.
0%. 2.
ಅದಕ್ಕೆ ನಾನು ಹೇಳಿದ್ದು 100 minus 50 ಮಾಡಿ ಅಂತ ಅಲ್ಲ. So 100 ಗೆ ಏನ್ ಪ್ರಾಬಿಲಿಟಿ ಇದೆ, that probability will come here ಅಷ್ಟೇ. Are you guys understanding? Don't go by stock out probability. Don't check the stock out here. You need to check 100. You need to check with what you're minusing. So ಅದಕ್ಕೆ ಇಲ್ಲಿ ಬರ್ದಿದ್ದೀರಾ. I hope you guys are writing in bracket. First one is 100 minus 80. Second is 100 minus 50. Third is 80 minus 50. Clear?
Yes.
So first one is 2%. Second one is also 2%. Third one will be
5%.
5%. Now write down here 2% and 5%. Now you multiply and check, is it your answer matching?
One-
50 into 0.02. Is it 150?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Next, 150 into 30 into 5%.
225.
225.
225.
Artha aita?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Then what is the carrying cost here? Safety stock. I mean, what is the safety stock? 80, correct?
80.
Yes.
80 into 50 rupees per unit. So 80 into 50 is 4,000.
1000.
Next, 50 into 50 is 2,500. Clear?
Yes, sir.
Yes,
Yes,
sir.
sir.
Yes. All right. So here what you should do, don't do the presentation like this. You do only on total basis. This is important. Artha aita? Illi don't write this, because this does not make sense. You write only total 2,875. Did you get it?
Yes.
Yes, sir.
Sir.
2,500 plus you add 375 and then 2,500 and total 2,875. Aste. So 2,875 is the cost for 50. Same way you do for all. Clear? And then you find out what is the least cost. Least here is 2,140. That is when I have a safety stock level of 20. Problem artha aita?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
This is an important problem. Okay. Then question 9, last again. Just glance through it. XYZ Limited has obtained an order to supply 48,000 bearings per year. Yes, from a concern on a steady basis. It is estimated that it costs 0.20 as inventory holding cost per bearing per month, and the setup cost per run. Andre ಏನೈದು?
Economic batch quantity.
Batch quantity.
Economic batch quantity. Till here you didn't know. Bearing and don't assume it. Yes, but per run they've given, so obviously you know that it is
Batch quantity.
EBQ. Yes, what is the formula for EBQ? EBQ is equal to square root of 2 into
Yes.
Yes.
A is annual demand of
Output.
output. Ali input ididilla output. Annual demand of output into, instead of ordering cost, what do you write here?
Setup
cost.
Setup cost.
Cost divided by carrying cost per unit per annum of the
Output.
output. Okay. Compute the optimum run size and number of runs for bearing manufacture. Compute the interval between two consecutive runs. Andre frequency. Okay, find out the extra cost to be incurred. The company adopts a policy to manufacture 8,000 bearings per run as compared to optimum run size. Same thing. Gotta idu? There, here, instead of doing ordering cost and carrying cost, you will do setup cost and carrying cost, add both, and then check in for the revised number of orders, what is the cost. Yes, Vasudev, I thought. Next, give your opinion regarding the run size of bearing manufacture. Assume 365 days in a year. Okay, so if you check here 2AS by C, now namde formula for madi, no problem. A is annual demand, that is 48,000. 48,000. 2 into 48,000 into what is the setup cost? Setup cost is also given, correct? Here, 384. Okay, so that you check here. 2 into 48,000 into 384 divided by carrying cost per unit per annum. That's also given in the question. 0.20 as inventory cost per bearing per month. That you have to convert it into 12. That is 0.20 into 12, 2.4. So 3,920 is the economic order quantity. Next, optimum run
Economic
size.
batch quantity.
Economic batch quantity. Economic batch quantity. Optimum run size will be EBQ, the annual demand divided by EBQ, that is 13 runs. Okay. Interval is 365 days divided by 13 days, that is 28 days. And if 8,000 bearings are manufactured in a run, then what is the cost? Setup cost plus inventory holding cost, 384 into 48,000 by 8,000. This is the number of orders. Yes, ordering cost, setup cost, number of setups. Setup cost into number of setups, 48,000 by 8,000. Yes, plus half of carrying cost. That is what? 8,000 divided by 2 into carrying cost, that is 2.4. 11,904 you get. Clear? 9,406 you have to compute the inventory cost for economic batch quantity. You get 9,406, which they have computed below. You'll madi that 9,406. Artha aita?
Yes.
Yes, sir.
You see, all those guys who are worried about the decimal point. Normally, I would suggest you to go with 12.245, whatever you are getting, that only. But even if you have not, if you have rounded off to 13, also if you see here, you're getting, they're considering both versions of the answer. Suggested answers. So, clear?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
First, that's it. So, all the different kinds of material cost problems we have glanced through. This is one of the biggest chapter. This and marginal costing, non-portion irodu. That is, I spent a little considerable time and plus start madidanta. Okay, all right. Take 5 minutes break. 12:30 ge we'll start with the next chapters. Yes, Pradeep.
Yes.
In question.
Sir, do they give LIFO or FIFO method problems?
They will. There's no rule they will not give. Okay. Why there is? It's in your syllabus they can give. Why they can't? But frequently asked is normally your fixation of stock levels, EOQ, because 5-mark question ಜಾಸ್ತಿ frequent ಆಗಿ ಬರುತ್ತೆ for material. But if a 10-mark question, if they are, whenever they choose to ask, that time they can ask. There is no rule, Pradeep, in institute ಅಲ್ಲಿ rule ಏನು ಇಲ್ಲ. Okay, they can ask syllabus ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಇದೆಯಾ ಓದ್ಬೇಕಷ್ಟೇ.
Yes, sir.
That's it. Yeah. 12:30, all of you. 12:30 we Yes, come back, all of you. ಬೇಗ. First. Lipika, Varshini, Yashaswini, Kirtana Reddy, come back. Ilakya.
Yes, sir.
Come back. Achal, ವಿಡಿಯೋ ಆನ್ ಮಾಡು. achal ಎಲ್ಲ ಇದೆಯಾ?
ಅದೇನೋ ನೆಟ್ವರ್ಕ್ ಇಶ್ಯೂ ಇದೆ ಅಂತ ಸರ್.
ಶ್ರೀ ಗುರು. Rian, come back.
Yes, sir.
Switch on your videos. Yes. All right. Network issue ಇದೆಯಾ? ಕರೆಂಟ್ ಹೋಗಿದೆಯಾ ಸರ್?
Current ಇಲ್ಲ.
ಕರೆಂಟ್ ಇದೆ. ಪರವಾಗಿಲ್ಲ. Okay. All right. Next chapter, Abhay Kumar, where are you? Yes. Next chapter is my employee cost. So how are the two ways in which labor cost can be controlled? Yes. First is increase of workers. Increase the efficiency of the workers. So more is the efficiency, more the number of products they will produce in lesser number of time. So my cost automatically reduces. Correct? Yes. So either increase the efficiency, and second one is optimum wages you pay to the workers. Yes. How optimum wages? Don't overpay and neither pay underpay. Yes. Optimum wages you have to pay. That is how these are the two ways in which labor cost can be controlled. Clear? Increase of efficiency of workers or optimum wages to workers. Then we learned certain important terms when it comes to employee cost. First one is timekeeping. What is timekeeping? It is recording and keeping the attendance, that is time in and time out. Yes, timekeeping is the attendance, that is time in and time out. Clear? Time
Yes.
book, that is recording the details of the work done and the time spent by an employee for each job. Yes, you're recording the time, the details of the time, work allotted for each job. How much is the time they've spent for each separate job? That is time booking. Difference between my timekeeping and time booking is called
Idle time.
idle time. That is what? It is a time during which no production takes place or no production is carried out. However, workers are paid for the same. Yes, they are definitely paid for this time. Next, overtime means what? Overtime is a term, time worked by a worker in excess of the normal working hours. Yes, in excess of the normal working hours, and is usually paid at twice the normal hourly rate. Correct? Next, we learned what is overtime premium. Overtime premium is the extra rate paid over the normal rate. Yes.
Yes,
Extra rate paid over the normal rate is called overtime premium. All right. After that, we learned what is labor turnover. That is rate of change in the composition of the labor force during a particular period. Yes. Change in the composition of the labor force during a particular period. It could be either due to resignation, retrenchment, or what is it called? Replacement of the employees, etc. Yes, correct. If the employee turnover rate is high, what does it indicate? It indicates stability, instability, correct? And ultimately will affect the profitability of the firm. Yes, different labor turnover formulas we learned. First one is the separations method. What is the formula? Separations method. Number of separations divided by average number of workers during the period. Separations means all the employees who have left the organization. Correct? All the employees who have left the organization is separations method. Next, replacement method. Yes. Now, Srinandan Joshi has put his papers, right? He wants to resign anta. Sir, ಸಾಕಾಯ್ತು ನಿಮ್ ಕ್ಲಾಸು, ನಂಗೆ CA ಇಂಟರ್ ಕ್ಲಾಸ್, ಐ ವಾಂಟ್ ಟು ಕ್ವಿಟ್ ರೈಟ್ ನೌ. ಸಾಕಾಯ್ತು, ತುಂಬಾ ಕಾಟ ಕೊಡ್ತಾ ಇದೀರಾ ಅಂತ. He has put his papers, and then That is only resignation or separation. Now, in place of Srinandan, he puts a proxy, sir, nan exam bariyalla, nan place alli somebody else will come and write my examination. That is what? Replacement. Correct? I wish, sir, I wish it was possible in the exam also. Alva? Unfortunately, not possible. Neene odbeku, neene odbeku, neene baribeku. Okay, na? Person is Gowda. Yes. So, correct, that is replacement. Yes, when you hire someone in place of the person who has retired, resigned or retired, etc., that is replacement. That is replacement method. Next, accessions method. What do I mean by accessions? It is the addition of my number of replacements as well as number of fresh jobs. So it is all the people who have joined the organization. It could be either due to expansion, it could be either due to fresh job, or of a creation of a new position, etc., or it could be due to replacement. When I add all the inflow to the organization, I call it as number of accessions, number of accession. Number of replacement is only those who have vacated. In those place, in that place, if I appoint someone, that is number of replacement. Yes. Separations is all the people who have left the organization. Okay. Last is the flux method. That is, it is a combination, it includes all the people who have either joined or left. Yes. So therefore, you add number of separations plus number of accessions, you get flux method. Flux method is number of separations plus number of accessions divided by average number of workers during the period. Yes, Subhiksha? All that. Next. So how do I find out equivalent labor turnover rate? Equivalent andre eno? Say I have done this labor turnover rate for 3 months period. Yes, to 3 months. I want to equate it to an annual period. Whenever you have done it for a lesser number of period than annual or more, and you want to equate it to 365 days, then you use equivalent labor turnover rate. What do you do? Employee turnover rate for the period divided by number of days in the period into 365. Employee turnover rate divided by number of days in that period. Find out for 1 day what is the rate and multiply into 365. That is equivalent labor turnover. Clear?
Yes.
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 Next. After that, very important, sir also would have stressed the importance of this in your examination. That is your wage and incentive payment schemes. Okay. So your first one is straight time rate. Straight time rate, very simple. What is the time taken by you? I multiply into a time rate. Yes. For each hour, how much you are paid. That is my straight time rate. Next comes straight piece rate. Correct? Number of pieces produced by you, I multiply into piece rate, that is straight piece rate. Clear? Number of time, that is straight time rate, does not include or does not consider efficiency of the employees. Yes. Now, Sri Guru has come in the morning at 9 and leaves at 6. Yes. Then Tanuj also comes at 9 and leaves at 6. Both of them will be paid same if their salary is same. Yes. If their fixed salary is same, both of them will be paid same under time rate, but it does not consider efficiency. Say Sri Guru is more efficient. He has produced 10 products, but whereas Tanuj has manufactured only 5 pieces. But yet under straight time rate, both are paid the same wages. Correct? Yes. Efficiency is not considered. However, under piece rate, they'll be paid based on number of pieces produced. So Sri Guru will be paid for 10 pieces, whereas Tanuj will be paid for 5 pieces. So that double wages is paid to Sri Guru. So 100% efficiency is considered. Yes, 100% efficiency is considered. There is no minimum payment scheme here. Yes. So if you have not produced anything, you will not get any payment. If you have produced 10 pieces, you will get paid for 10. Clear? This is my piece rate. So there is no sense of security for an employee when it comes to piece rate. Correct? Fixed pay anta enu illa. That is the reason why, to balance the two, there were incentive schemes involved. That is basically, it is an extension of my time rate. It's a straight time rate itself. So here what we say, the fixed time rate is paid. That is, earnings is paid for all the employees. To that we add a bonus to each. Okay. And that first one is my Halsey premium plan.
Halsey
premium plan.
Well, the first earnings is same. Time taken into time rate. That is same. That doesn't change. However, the logic behind this is what? 50% of the earnings or savings will be shared between the employer and the employee. Yes. So therefore, you have 50% of time saved into time rate as bonus. Clear? Yes, Chinmay? 50% of time saved into time rate as bonus. Okay, all of you understood? So Halsey premium plan, what is the formula? Time taken into time rate plus 50% of time saved into time rate. This is Halsey premium plan. Next, row 1 premium plan. Here again earnings is same. Time saved into time rate. But here the logic is that just to save time, right? Under Halsey premium plan, what is the possibility? Say the standard time required is 10 hours, right? To save time, he does the product in 1 hour, but will it be of quality? It will not be, correct? That is the fault of the Halsey plan. So here under row 1 plan, what it says is the bonus should never be paid or should never be more than the fixed earnings. Yes, to fixed earnings. So you will take as a percentage of fixed earnings only here. Your bonus will be as a percentage of your earnings only. So that is why the formula is first earnings is same, time taken into time rate plus it's the percentage of time taken into time rate. So first write down time taken into time rate. What percentage? Efficiency percentage. Efficiency, how will you calculate? Time saved by time allowed. Higher the time saved, higher the efficiency. Correct? So time saved by time allowed. So the formula again here is time taken into time rate plus time saved by time allowed into time taken into time. All of you understood?
Yes.
Yes.
Yes, sir.
Any doubts? Clear? Yes? All right. Now, Illy, very important. Okay, I think first we will go through your caps material now, and then I will dictate all the things that are not there. But some things little bit I have to dictate in labor. I'll do it. Come to theory, page number 8.
Page number 8.
Page number 8. Yes. One of you read.
Employee cost and direct expenses. Labor consists of direct and indirect labor. Timekeeping, record of total time spent in factory, and time booking, record of actual time spent on various jobs. Idle time analysis. It is a time during which no production is carried out because the workers remain idle even though he is paid. Normal, prime cost or factory overhead. Abnormal costing and P&L account. Labor turnover, rate of change in the composition of labor force during a particular period. Overtime, same employees, wages double the normal wages. Double shift, different employees, normal wages.
What is double shift? Morning shift and evening shift. Yes. So morning should have one set of employees, evening should have another set of employees. Correct. That is double shift. Overtime is the same employees are working for extended number of hours. Clear? Yes.
Time and motion study. Time study is a technique of observing and recording for an operation. Motion study involves determination of the best way to perform a particular task to bring down to the movement of machinery and workers to the minimum.
So basically motion study is, objective of motion study is to reduce the motion or movement of the employees, workers as well as machinery, goods, etc. Everything. That is motion study. Yes. Job analysis. Okay, I'll read this. Job analysis. It involves determining list of qualifications and skills required by a worker to perform a job. So job analysis basically means if accounts manager position is there, what is the qualifications required? CA inter pass to employee with 2 to 3 years of experience in a corporate with software background. Clear? So either that is the list, that is job analysis. Whereas job evaluation is what? It is analyzing worth of the job. Clear? That's keyword in NPTEL step. So there it is list of qualifications. For job evaluation, it is the worth of the job. So evaluating. So accounts manager position, what should be the pay for that job? Should it be 5 lakh per annum? Should be 6 lakhs per annum? 7 lakh per annum? What is it? That is job evaluation. Job analysis. Last is merit rating. Normally, appraisal will happen for all the employees on an annual or half-yearly basis. Could be quarterly, whatever, depending on the system. Normally, on an annual basis, it is analyzing and evaluating performance of the workers. Here, keyword is performance. I hope you guys are underlining all of this. Yes, list of qualifications, here worth, and then performance. That is merit rating. Here, remuneration formula we already learned. Earning straight time rate and straight piece rate. It is same. R is worked into. So here you write down time taken into time rate. Very short forms. TT into TR. All of you write down TT into TR. Next. Okay. ಏನು ಆವಾಜ್ ಏನೋ ಬರ್ತಾ ಇದೆ ನಿಮ್ಗೆ ಬ್ಯಾಕ್ ಗ್ರೌಂಡ್ ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಇಲ್ಲ
ಇಲ್ಲ ಸರ್.
No, sir.
Next, Halsey premium plan formula is what? Wages plus bonus, right? So here again write down the time. You write down here below this. You write down time taken into time rate within bracket plus open bracket time taken into time rate close bracket. Bharat, why is your video off? Time taken to time rate close the bracket plus 50% plus 50% again open bracket time saved into time rate plus 50% again open bracket time saved into time rate. Okay, this is not required, but if at all they give in the question examination only 33.13% consider Madi anta. Okay, only then you take 33.13% instead of 33.33 instead of 50%. Clear? The old actually not there in your syllabus, but just retained here. If at all it comes in the examination, don't get scared. Right? Instead of 50%, they might ask you to consider 1/3. Aste. A 50% 1/3 is replacement. Nothing. Row one system, again write down the formula. Time taken to time rate plus leave a space. Again open bracket, write down time taken to time rate, close bracket. Because the percentage of my fixed earnings, okay? What is the percentage? Efficiency percentage. Efficiency time saved by time allowed. Time saved, more the time saved, more the efficiency. Formula is what? Time taken to time rate plus time saved by time allowed into time taken to time. That is my row one system. Clear?
Yes, sir.
Next. Separations will be number of separation by average number of workers. Replacement will be number of replacement or accession by average number of workers, depending on what it is. They are not the same. Replacement and accession is not the same. Replacement to be considered only if only relatable to those who have left. Okay, who have left, and not recruitment of labor for expansion. Replacement plus recruitment for first job is accession. Flux is addition of both number of separation plus number of accession by average number of workers into 100. Direct expenses by chargeable expenses, expenses other than direct material and direct material costs which are incurred to manufacture a product or for provision of a service and can be directly traced in an economically feasible manner. Directly traced in an economically feasible manner. Other than direct material cost and direct labor. Write down and direct labor. Put an upward arrow mark and write down and direct labor. So other than direct material and direct labor, which can be directly traced and economically feasible manner is direct expenses. Clear? Now, here I think overtime is not given. Overtime is not written anywhere. Overtime definition bardilla. You can, how much ever you can fit in the gaps here, you can fit in. Otherwise, you can continue in your notes book. Okay? Parani? Overtime. Overtime is the time worked by a worker. Is the time worked by a worker in excess of normal working hours. In excess of normal working hours. Next, overtime premium. It is the extra rate paid over the normal rate. It is the extra rate paid over the normal rate. Clear? So rate paid over the normal rate. Next. Also write one more very important. Near that formulas you can write for Halsey and row 1 other the interrelationship. time saved less than 50% of time allowed. Time saved is less than 50% of time allowed. Halsey is less than rho 1. See, go with the logic of why rho 1 was introduced. Rho 1 was introduced to cap. Introduced to cap whenever time saved increases. Alva. Therefore, when time saved, next point, time saved greater than 50% of time allowed. Time saved greater than 50% of time allowed. Halsey is greater than rho 1. Srinandan, artha agilva? You look perplexed. Yes. Did you write down? When time, first one is a repeat, time saved less than 50% of time allowed. When it is less than 50% of time allowed, rho 1 is greater than Halsey. Next, when time saved is more than 50% of time allowed, Halsey is greater than rho 1. Clear?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Next. Ali Kelgade, treatment of overtime premium. For writing in your caps material, you can write down, refer class notes. Refer class notes. I've given one table which I will discuss now again. Treatment of overtime premium, refer class notes. Ali overtime premium na double circle madi. What I'm discussing is the treatment of overtime premium only, not of the normal wages that is paid. For example, if your overtime is say 3 hours, is to 3 hours. Normal working hours 8 hours. You work for 11 hours. So overtime is 3 hours. Clear? 3 hours allu, there are two components. One is the normal wage rate is paid and overtime premium is paid. Normal wage rate treatment I'm not discussing here. For those 3 hours also. I'm only discussing about the extra premium, overtime premium that is more over and above the normal wage rate which is paid during the overtime. Clear? Only that discussion we are doing here. Normal wage rate will be charged to the respective jobs only. Clear? Overtime premium the treatment ivaga first one. If the customer agrees to bear the cost of overtime, yes. So I'm not dictating. Listen now. All of you can refer the notes later. If I just concentrate. First one is what? If the customer agrees to bear the entire cost of overtime, the customer is bearing, then overtime premium will be charged to
Customer.
particular job. Yes, that customer under that job, right? For which for whom this thing is being done. Next, if there's a shortfall in production, and because of which if overtime is worked irregularly, shortfall in production,
to particular
if it is
department.
worked irregularly, say unexpected developments, seasonal requirements, my umbrella example, I had given you umbrella product example. Yes. Because of that, if overtime is worked irregularly, then overtime premium is charged to factory overheads. Yes, it is charged to factory overheads. So customer andre to the particular job, irregularly to factory overheads. Clear? Next, due to fault of another department,
Charge to particular department.
to the particular department whose fault it is. Yes, whose fault it is. Next, due to abnormal conditions, very simple. Last one, if it is worked regularly as a company policy itself, then
Treated as normal wage.
Normal wages.
normal wages and you calculate inflated wage rate. Remember that concept. Yes, you treat it as you calculate inflated wage rate. Clear?
Yes, sir.
Normal wages only and inflated wage rate is considered, is calculated. Okay. Then we also learned factories act the overtime. Yes, that is 9 hours in a 9 hours per day daily limit. Weekly limit is 48 hours. Remember, and the wage rate is normally twice, 2 times the ordinary rate. That is as per factories. First. Okay. Shall we straight away start solving problems?
Yes, sir.
Okay,
Yes.
that table is very important. I'm not discussing, dictating it again. The same table, I'm not dictating. I discussed it. I'm not dictating to save time. I hope everybody understood that table. Yes. Treatment.
Yes, sir.
I quickly summarize again. If it is customer means overtime premium will be
Particular job.
Particular job.
shortfall in production irregularly due to irregular this thing. Then overtime is what
Factory overhead.
Factory overhead.
fault of another department.
Particular
As to
department.
particular
To
department.
such
Fault it is abnormal conditions.
Costing
Period.
period.
One regularly as a policy of the company.
Inflated wages.
Normal wages first, and then you treat that you compute it using inflated wage rate first. Clear? All right. Now, first let us go through RTP May 23 problem. One of you tell the page number. Employee cost is 76. Page number 76 of your CAPS material. R2E Everyone can see the screen? Yes?
Yes, sir.
Sir.
Following information are available from the cost records of BMR Limited. Calculate labor turnover rate and labor flux rate. Okay. Number of employees as on 1st April 21 and 31st March 22. Why is this given?
Average.
Average.
The average number of workers during the period. During the year, 160 employees left, 640 employees were discharged, and 1,500 employees were recruited during the year. Of these, that means of the 1,500 who were recruited, 400 employees were recruited because of exits, and the rest were recruited in accordance with the expansion plan. Clear? So very simple. Now we can compute all the methods. Yes. First one is separations method. First, average number of workers. Arrow mark you can write down 9,400 plus 10,600 by 2. Yes,
10,000.
10,000.
yes, that is the average number of workers. Next. Now, first is separations method. How many people have left the organization?
160.
160 left and 640 were discharged. Separation is all of them together. So if you see here, 160 plus 640 both. Okay, 160 plus 640 divided by 10,000, that is 8%.
8%.
A replacement method, that means we should consider only 400 employees, correct? 400 were recruited because of the exit. So 400 divided by 10,000, that is 4. Next, based on new, I think based on accessions or new recruitment and the separate agidre, then I think they've asked only new recruitment. So new recruitment is number of recruitments divided by number minus number of replacements. So 1,100 by 10,000, 11%. Flux method will be all of them. Number of people who have left the organization is 800, correct?
Yes, sir.
Number of people who joined the organization is 1,500. So 1,500, that is 1,400, 400 plus 1,100 is 1,500 plus 800. All of them together is 2,300 by 2,000, 23%. Clear?
Yes.
Easy.
Yes, sir.
Yes. Next, this is important. Question paper though, I'll just glance through the question. Okay, a skilled worker in PK Limited is paid a guaranteed wage rate of 15 per hour in a 848-hour week. The standard time to produce a unit is 18 minutes. During a week, as a skilled worker, Mr. A has produced 200 units of the product. The company has taken a drive for cost reduction and wants to reduce its labor cost. You are required to calculate wages of Mr. A under each of the following methods: time rate, piece rate. Next is with a guaranteed weekly wage. I'll say premium plan and Rowan premium plan. Suggest which bonus plan the company should follow. Okay. Now, is paid a guaranteed wage rate of 15 per hour in a 48-hour week. Okay. Now, time rate is very simple. Time rate into rate. So how many hours it has worked?
48 hours.
48 hours.
And what is the wage rate per hour?
15.
Per hour. So time rate into wage rate, that is 720. Clear?
Yes.
Next, piece rate with guaranteed weekly wages, number of units produced into rate per unit, that is already given here, guys. 200 units is the number of units produced, correct?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
What is the rate per unit? How will you find out? See, they have given you the standard time to produce a unit is 18 minutes, correct?
Yes, sir.
So 1 hour, what is the rate? 15. 15 divided by 60 into 18, yes, to
4.5.
4.5. Can you check this? Did you all understand how piece rate is arrived?
Yes, sir.
Yes.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Yes, that is the piece rate, 4.5. 4.5 into 200, 900. Has a premium plan and one premium plan. It is not that difficult. So time taken to time rate, that is already done. Plus 50% of time saved in time rate. Time saved is standard time as actual time. Standard time is 60 hours. Ideng bantu 200 units into 18 minutes by 60 minutes is 60 hours. Artha aita idu? All of you understood allowed a standard time? Yes, that is 60 hours. Minus actual hours is 48 hours, correct? Into 15, then you get 810. Same way, row 1 premium plan, time saved by time allowed into time taken to time rate. First. Right? Now, the company may follow Halsey over row 1 premium plan as total wages paid is lower than that of row 1 premium plan. See, this is from the company's perspective. Artha aita?
Yes, sir.
Next. This is important. Now, let us solve this problem. Okay. Idana we will solve because this is a little different kind of problem. Where everything else, I think I'll just glance through. Listen now. Concentrate all of it. This is very important because question paper, recent November 22 RTP problem, little hatke problem it is, where normally this kind of problem was not there in your study material or practice manual. Earlier also I have not seen such a problem. So since a different kind of problem has been introduced, you never know. It might come in any of the examination. Ishtotanga bandil. November al bantu. November paper it has not come. May paper also it has not come. This question. It might come in your examination. So just, and if you have not solved this problem before in the examination hall, easier barala e problem. Artha aita? That is why HR Limited is progressing in its legal industry. One of its trainee executives, Mr. H, in the personnel department has calculated labor turnover rate 24.92% for the last year using flux method. Following is the data provided by the personnel department for the last year. Employees, records clerk, human resource manager, legal secretary, beginning, joined, left, and at the end. Okay. Then for all the others, staff attorney, associate, senior staff, senior records, legal, litigation attorney. Employees transferred from, this is important, from subsidiary company. That means these were transferred from the subsidiary company to this company. So that is why you will check this as in the joined column. Artha agta idya? They've joined. Okay, from the subsidiary company to this company, senior staff attorney and records clerk. Employees transferred to, so they would have left the organization, litigation attorney and associate attorney. Clear? 90 and 50. At the beginning of the year, there were total 1158 employees. The opening strength of the legal secretary, staff attorney, and associate attorney were in the ratio of 3:3:2. Why they have given, we don't know. We'll figure it out. Okay. The company has decided to abandon the post of litigation attorney, and consequently, all the litigation attorneys were transferred to the subsidiary company. That means whoever is transferred are all the employees. Artha agta idya?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes,
So what does it mean? What does it mean?
At the beginning, there were 90.
At the beginning, also, it should be 90 because closing is 0. Clear? Joining enu illa. Yes. Joining is not there. See, opening is question mark. Closing is question mark. The left the organization is given here 90. Joined is 0. So opening also should be 0. Artha aita?
Yes.
Yes. The company and its subsidiary are maintaining separate set of books of account and separate personnel department. You are required to calculate labor turnover using replacement method and separation method. Verify the labor turnover calculated under flux method by Mr. H. Now, to calculate the separation and replacement, you need to know the total replacements and separations, correct? But to know that, you need to know, you have to fill all these question marks. Only then you can do it. Artha aita? Yes, take out your notebook, write down RTP number 22. Employee cost problem. RTP number 22, employee cost problem. Huh. Let me screen share. Okay. Write down the table. This table is given in the question itself. Okay. Adane, just write down particulars, beginning, joined total, new recruitment, replacement, separations, balance at end. See, they have given you joint total in the question. I have split it. Okay. As new recruitment and replacement. Artha left na I have given the word as separations and then balance at end. Write down. Particulars, beginning, joined, total, joined the total ಕೊಡ್ತದೆ. Joined ಅಂದ್ರೆ total. New recruitment, that is you are giving the breakup of joint, replacement, separations, balance at end.
Yes, sir.
Now, you have to just look at the question and keep telling me the figures one by one. Records clerk, whatever is given in the question, you keep telling.
At the beginning, 810.
810.
Joined 1620.
Okay.
Left 90. At the end, 2340.
2340. Correct. 2340. Given in the question, correct. Only
Yes.
that given in the question, you should tell. HR manager.
HR manager joined 30. Left 90. At the end, 60.
Yes. Next. All of you also have to simultaneously write. Note that by screen. Next.
Legal secretary joined
Yeah.
90. Yeah, that's it. Left none, actually nil. Then staff
Next.
attorney
Yeah.
joined 30. Left 30. That's it. Then associate attorney joined 30. Left nil. Balance at the end 45. Senior staff attorney.
Left nil antidya.
They've given dash, sir.
Okay, we'll check that. So, balance at end is how much?
Balance at end 45.
45. For all these above, they've not given balance at end?
No, sir. Question mark they've given.
Okay, next.
Senior staff attorney, balance at the beginning is 6.
Yeah.
Then join dash, separated dash, balance at the end 18. Then
Next.
senior records clerk, opening balance 12, closing balance 51. 51. Litigation attorney, question mark. Sir.
51. Okay.
Employees transferred from subsidiary company, senior staff attorney,
So
Joint fell.
yeah, there. Litigation attorney, I've already solved it for you guys. I told you number of people who have left the organization, that is they're removing all the litigation attorneys and transferring to subsidiaries. So separations is 90. They've told the balance is 0 because they're making everyone 0. That means joint has to be 90, correct? Joint has to be 90 first. Ishtaita.
Joined or beginning, sir?
Joint 0.
Sorry, joint is 0. Beginning has to be
90.
90. Next. Now let us come one by one. Okay. First one, guys, listen now. Records clerk, beginning there were 810. So 1620 people joined the organization. 90 separated. Balance at the end is 2340. Therefore, replacement is how much? Anyone?
90.
Correct? Because 1620 have joined. Obviously, first they have to replace the people who have separated. Artha agta idya? Balance replacement is 90. Therefore, new recruitment will be 1620 minus 90.
1530.
ಅರ್ಥ ಆಯ್ತಾ? ಇದಕ್ಕೆ ಕನೆಕ್ಷನ್ ಕೊಡಿ. ಈ 90ನ ಇದಕ್ಕೆ ಕನೆಕ್ಟ್ ಮಾಡಿ. This way. Then this 90 and this 1620, both you connect like this. And write down their working 1620 minus 90 anta illi left ಅಲ್ಲಿ. Because you will not know how you arrived at which figure later. This 90 connected to this. Both you connect it to 1530. And here you show the working 1620 minus 90. Clear?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Next, HR manager. 30 have joined andre. Obviously, it has to be replacement because 90 have left the organization.
Yes, sir.
Yes. Balance at the end is 60. Can we work back to beginning? Yes.
120.
120. So the working, guys. Write down here balancing figure, balancing figure, and then show the working 60 plus 90 minus 30 is 120. Next. Legal secretary, closing balance is not given.
No, sir. So they have given another information regarding legal staff and associate.
Legal secretary, no opening, I know that is they've given it as 3:3:2, correct?
Yes, sir.
At the beginning there were 1158 employees, and then on the payroll there's 3:3:2. That is okay, but somewhere I think we can compute. Okay, fine. So now, guys, what they've told is total number of employees who have joined is 1158. Have they given? Sorry,
Yes.
number of employees at the beginning is 1158. Given in the question, can I write here 1158 total? Write
Yes.
down
Yes.
1158. Write down 1158 and put a star mark and write given in question. 115. It is not computed. 115 is given in the question. A 1158 ige write down. So now calculate the balance number of employees, that is legal staff and associate attorney, guys.
750.
Artha aita?
45.
See, 810 is given. 120 we have computed. 612 and 90 is given. Got it? So 115. Write down 2 arrow marks. Idikke 2 arrow marks draw maadi. Left hand side. Other than legal secretary, staff attorney and associate attorney. Other than legal secretary, staff attorney and associate attorney is equals to 810 plus 120 plus 6 plus 12 plus 90, which is equal to esto
1038.
1038. 1038. Therefore, right hand side, legal secretary, staff attorney, and associate attorney is equals to
120.
120.
150. Sorry, 120. 120. Correct. 120. For this, draw three arrow marks. All 3 arrow marks again. There for each arrow mark right now, 3:3:2. 3:3:2. 3 ಕೆಳಗಡೆ write down legal secretary. For the middle arrow mark, write down staff attorney. Last one, associate attorney. Legal secretary, staff attorney, and associate attorney. Under legal secretary, write down 120 into 3 divided by 8.
45.
45.
Yes. 45.
45,
Next, staff
45,
attorney
45,
will be 45, balance 30. Write down for each 45. The next one is also 45. Last one is 30. Okay. Now, for legal secretary, number of separations given is 0, correct? Therefore, joined will be new recruitment.
Yes, sir.
Therefore, joined will be new recruitment. Balance at the end is beginning plus joined, that is
135.
130.
130. Next, staff attorney. They're given separations is 30, correct? Therefore, all 30 who have joined is replacement or recruitment.
Replacement.
And balance at the end is beginning plus joined minus separation.
75. Okay,
45. 45. Yes. Associate attorney, who is that? Yes. Associate attorney. Associate attorney. 30 is beginning. Joined is 30 again.
Preparation 15.
Separation.
See, if the balance at the end has to be 45, what should be the separations, guys?
15.
15.
So write down here, arrow mark hakbit computation you show 45 minus 30.
Sir, 30 plus 30 minus
Sorry,
40.
30 plus 30 minus
30
45.
plus 30 minus 45. 30 plus 30 minus 45, that is 15. Opening plus joined minus closing is my separations, that is 15. Therefore, replacement has to be 15 and new recruitment has to be 15.
15.
All of you understood? Yes.
Yes.
Next.
Yes, sir.
The problem when you're solving again, if you don't get the flow, sir, how? Because when you see, you don't know which you should write first what. Okay, adike others to arrow marks. First is this. Write down this is 1. Then this is 2. Then this is 3. Can't say,
Sir, associate attorney ge separations nil anta kottidre.
Associate attorney ge
Separations they have mentioned as nil. Adu dash anta hakidre.
alla dash alla, but it has to be 15, otherwise it will not come. Adike.
Sir,
They've given 45, right? So it
Yes.
has to be 15. Ali question mark barbekid actually. In the question, if you want, you make it as question mark. In your I'll question mark to correct out. But this has to be 15, otherwise you will not get balances 45. Clear? Next, senior staff attorney. Balance at the end is 18. Joint we don't know. Separations, is it given? I think 0 is given, correct? Therefore, what is joint? 12. 12. Separations illa, so all of it will be new recruitment. Senior records clerk. If it has to be 51, where separations is 0, what will be total joint?
39.
39.
39. That is 51 minus 12. 51 minus 12, 39. New recruitment is 39. Total this. It's quick.
1851.
182.
1851 fixed. New recruitment total
86.
1686.
1686. Replacement
165.
165. Separations
315.
315.
balance at end
2694.
2694. Correct. ಅರ್ಥ ಆಯ್ತಾ?
Yes.
Yes, sir.
Can I stop screen sharing?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Now come back to your answer in caps material. However, I have done no ಅದೇ ತರ ಮಾಡಿ ಸಾಕು. ಇದೆಲ್ಲ they have done 2 to 3 tables, not required. Okay. Answer will match, don't worry. 315, all this is done. ಅಷ್ಟೇ. ಅದನ್ನೇ ಅವ್ರು 4-5 ಟೇಬಲ್ ಮಾಡಿದ್ದಾರೆ ಬಿಡಿ. To do it the way I did, that's enough. Okay, next. Calculation of labor turnover rate, replacement method, number of employees replaced by average number of employees. Average is to 1158 plus 2694 by 2. Number of people replaced, is it 165 matching with our answer? Yes, 165, 1926, 8.57%. Separations method, 315. Match ಆಗ್ತಾ ಇದೆಯಾ 315?
Yes,
Yes,
sir. Yes, sir.
1926, 16.36%. Labor turnover under flux method, it will be joint plus separated. So 1851 plus 315. Is it matching?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
112.46%. Labor turnover rate calculated by Mr. H is incorrect, as it seems he has not taken the number of new recruitment while calculating the labor turnover rate under flux method. Flux method alone in madidane, check his percentage. What's his percentage given in the question? 24 something, correct?
4.9.
So obviously he has not considered 1851, he has considered on 315. 315 by 1926, you check. Yes, Neha, what happened?
16.3%.
16.3 now. 1 second. Allala, joined, sorry, 1851 alla. 315 is separations, correct? New
Yes.
recruitment he is not considered andre. Alli new num table you just check. Here 1686 is not considered. So he has considered was 165 plus 315. That is 480 he has considered.
24.92%.
Clear? Adu
Yes, sir.
how will I get to know, sir, what is he considered? ಸ್ವಲ್ಪ combination if you do, you will get it. ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಇರೋದೇ 4 figure. ಅದರಲ್ಲಿ ಯಾವುದೋ ಒಂದು percentage match. All of you understood this?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
That's it. Okay. Next. Yeah, just glance through this quickly. Listen now. A total of 108 labor hours have been put in a particular job card for repair work, engaging a semi-skilled and skilled labor, Mr. Deep and Mr. Sam respectively. The hours devoted by both the workers individually on a daily basis for this particular job are given below, Monday to Friday. Okay. The skilled labor also worked on Saturday for 10 hours. This is what the OT problem, overtime problem. NPDA, similar problem I've done in the class.
Yes.
Sunday is a weekly holiday and each worker has to work for 8 hours on all weekdays and 5 hours on Saturdays. The workers are, however, paid full wages for Saturday, 8 hours for 5 hours worked. Semi-skilled and skilled worker is paid ordinary wage rate of 400 and 600 respectively per day of 8 hours labor. Further, the worker also are also paid dearness allowance at 20%. Extra hours worked over and above 8 hours are also paid at ordinary wage rate. However, overtime premium is 100% of ordinary wage rate if a worker works for more than 9 hours a day and 48 hours in a week. And anta bardidare, but still they don't check the two check. Nenpidre, go with the interpretation given by study material, what I've discussed in the class. A class problem once go through Madi, then you come and solve this. Clear?
Okay, sir.
Because now if I do, it will take 1 hour only for this problem. So very simple. Don't go by this approach. This approach hoglebedi. You go through my class material approach, where very simple. What I give is what is the actual hours work minus your 9 hours. What is the extra hours and OT hours, and then find out equivalent hours. And now I will show it to you
Yes,
right
sir.
now. ಇಲ್ಲೇ ಇದು illustration 4. If you check, very simple, what you will do, total hours worked, right? Then minus 9 hours, and then this equivalent hours you have to do. Clear? 5 do equivalent for based on the wage rate. So 5 will become 10 if it is based on twice the normal wage rate. And so total hours work will be 62 for worker A. So how I have done? 44 is the normal work. So 49 minus 5 is 44, correct? 49 includes 5, yes or no?
Yes.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
49 is the total hours work. 49 minus 5, 44. 5 into 2 is 10. Equivalent. Any equivalent because OT is twice the normal wage rate. So total equivalent normal working hours is 54 for worker A. Same way for worker B and C is done there. Ide simple table. This one table and this aste bekagirodu for you to solve the problem. Clear?
Yep.
Yes.
Adhe tara illi you just write down what is the total hours worked in excess of 9 hours. Fine. Then total hours minus OT hours is my normal hours. OT hours into equivalent hours. So into 2 you do and then add, that means the total hours. Clear? A concept ali problem solve on cost. That's it. With that, I think you can move to the last chapter which I'll be doing today. That is overheads. Tomorrow I will Nadenu ide gottalva?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
I'll do first 1 hour I'll do the problems, that is ABC and service costing. After that I'll straight away get into theory. Okay, now
Yes, sir.
study material theory. I'll be discussing all the important study material theory or whatever syllabus is covered so far. All right. Before we go to the next one, question I think 3 I have marked. Let me just go through that. But again margin costing ಆಗಿರೋದ್ರಿಂದ anyway I'll just read go through the problem, but anyway after margin costing maybe you'll understand better. Nodi, Jyoti Limited wants to ascertain the profit loss during the year 2014-15 due to increased labor turnover. For this purpose they have given you the following information. Training period, new recruits is given. Okay, do one thing, then I'll mark manbidi solve after margin costing. I am doing this problem I will solve in the class. ಸಿಮಿಲರ್ ಪ್ರಾಬ್ಲಮ್ ಐ ವಿಲ್ ಸಾಲ್ವ್. ಅದಾದ್ಮೇಲೆ ಇದನ್ನ ಮಾಡಿ, ಇವಾಗ ಮಾಡಕ್ ಹೋಗ್ಬೋದು. ಓಕೆ, ಕ್ವಶನ್ 3 ಆಫ್ಟರ್ ಮಾರ್ಜಿನ್ ಕಾಸ್ಟಿಂಗ್, you guys do it ಅಷ್ಟೇ. With that we complete employee cost. Clear?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Yes. All right. Now this not so much theory we don't have. Employee cost and material, we had a lot of theory points and all to learn. Overheads and all is more of problem oriented. Little bit concept is there. First we'll discuss the concept and then straight away get to problems. Okay.
Yes.
Overheads. So what do I mean by overheads? Anybody? What are overheads? Gotilva?
Direct material plus indirect labor plus indirect expense.
Aggregate of my indirect material, indirect labor and indirect expenses is what? Overheads. Correct? It is also called as what? On cost,
On cost.
supplementary cost, indirect cost, etc. Nenpidya? All right.
Yes.
Yes, sir.
Overheads can be classified based on similar classification like how you had in your function wise classification of cost. Ade tara illu function wise classification of overheads and behavior wise classification of overheads we have. Function wise classification andre enu? Remember your cost sheet always. Whenever that function comes, remember cost sheet. So same way your factory overheads, administration overheads, selling and distribution overheads, research and development overheads, etc. Clear? For each function that that's function wise classification. Behavior wise classification in Naman?
Based on their behavior, sir.
Hey.
Fixed,
Variable,
variable.
Correct. Fixed overheads, variable overheads, and semi-variable or semi-fixed overheads. Correct. That is the behavior-wise classification of overheads. All right. Then, what are the steps involved in distribution of overheads? First, you have to identify and collect and estimate all the overheads. That's the first step. Collection of all the overheads. After that, we perform something called as primary distribution. NVIDIA. Primary distribution, that is you distribute the overheads and either based on apportionment or allocation, we'll come back to that later, to the production and the service departments. Yes, to the production as well as the service departments. What you have to remember is we're talking about overheads only here. Primary distribution ಮಾಡುವಾಗ direct material cost of the production department na ಎಲ್ಲೂ apportion ಮಾಡಕ್ಕಿಲ್ಲ. Correct? So here what we do, first it is either based on allocation or apportionment. What do you allocate? Any expenses that can be directly attributable to a particular department, that you allocate it. Yes. Which cannot be directly attributable and you will have to apportion it on a reasonable basis. For example, rent. Correct? Rent you apportion based on the area occupied. Clear? That is
Yes,
my
sir.
primary distribution. Then we perform secondary distribution. Remember, secondary distribution, what do? We apportion the cost of the service department to the production departments. This, again, there are various methods which we will discuss. After secondary distribution is done, we will absorb the total overheads to the units produced. Good units produced, that is absorption. Now, what are the different methods of reapportionment of the service department overheads to the production department? Yes. First one is my direct redistribution method, wherein the service department will not be providing any services to each other. Correct? They provide only to the production department. That is direct redistribution method. And the stepladder method, only one way services provided. That is, one service department will provide to the other. However, there is no reciprocal of services. There is no reciprocal of service. Then you perform stepladder method. And last one is reciprocal method. That is, service department provides services to each other. Clear? That is my reciprocal method. Under reciprocal method, you have different methods of apportionment. The redistribution. First is what? My trial and error method. Correct? You have trial and error method. Yes. What else? Then you have simultaneous equation method. Remember? ಏನಾದ್ರು ನೆನಪಾಗ್ತಾ ಇದೆಯಾ ಇದೆಲ್ಲ?
Yes, sir.
Then repeated redistribution method. Yes, repeated redistribution method, trial and error method, and simultaneous equation. All of you understood?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Yes. Then you have different methods of absorbing the overheads. It can be based on number of units. Yes. That is total overheads divided by number of units, rate per unit, as a percentage of my prime cost, as a percentage of material, as a percentage of labor hours. Correct? Based on direct labor hours, based on machine hours, all of these things you can use to absorb the overheads. This is my traditional absorption. Correct? Next, we learned what is machine hour rate. Machine hour rate means the cost of running a machine per hour. Cost of running a machine per hour. There are two kinds here. One is simple and one is comprehensive. If you add the machine operator's wages, it is called as comprehensive machine hour rate. If you do not add the machine operator's wages, it will be simple machine hour rate. Clear? All right. Ali, you have to again, if you remember the statement, your overhead cost statement, wherein or machine hour rate statement will be, what do? We bifurcate it into, yes, fixed. You don't remember? You have your fixed cost and then you have your variable cost. Fixed cost and variable cost. Yes.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
If you remember, I did service costing immediately after overheads, right? And I told you both are similar. In service costing or operating cost statement, what do? You rename it as standing charges or fixed cost, and then you have running or variable cost, and last is your maintenance charges. Adhe tara illi you have fixed cost and variable cost. Yes.
Yes, sir.
Yes. All right. Next. What is absorption of overhead? Now, what after absorbing, you have a concept of over absorption or under absorption. What do you mean by over absorption? When the absorbed overhead is
More than the actual
More than the actual.
I call it as over absorption. When absorbed overhead is less than the actual overheads, I call it as under absorption. Yes. And how do I treat this over absorption, under absorption? Adanella, we'll look at it in the caps material. Open your caps material. ಏನಕ್ಕೆ ಎಲ್ಲ videos off ಆಗ್ತಿದೆ slow ಆಗಿ, and why one or two people have dropped. And note, you take the attendance now. The other people you don't allow them in the class. Chinmay, tomorrow. You take the attendance. Ishte jana. Whoever is there now will be there in tomorrow's class. Beda. They're not interested. Let them not come. I don't mind. Yes, even if there are 10 students, I teach only to 10 students. Itara aur whenever they want, they come. Whenever they want, they exit. Adela agodu. If you had office andre, you would not have been able to attend on 11. You have to see through this. So office on the reason kodak agodilla. Our mansagi, whenever they want to come and whenever they want to exit, and let them not come. First. On the screenshot first thing, but it pidana. Nade barvaga ellargu.
Yes, sir. We've already got it ready.
Yeah. Keep it. But I'm very strictly saying, whoever is not coming, whoever is not already left our barot beda nade. Okay. And whoever is switching off the video now, that also I will note down. Or interest illandre beda nade. First. Okay. Yeah. Open your caps material, page number 10. Yes, one of you read.
Overheads and absorption costing. Overheads is equal to on cost is equal to indirect cost is equal to supplementary cost is equal to non-productive cost. Classification of overheads. Overheads, 2 arrow marks. Function-wise classification and behavior-wise classification. Under function-wise classification, 2 arrow marks. Factory overheads, administration overheads, selling and distribution overheads, research and development overheads. And under behavior-wise classification, 3 arrow marks. Fixed overheads, variable overheads, semi-variable or semi-fixed overheads. Steps involved in distribution of overheads. First, collection and estimation of overheads. Then, primary distribution or departmentalization of overheads, that is distribution of overheads to production and service departments based on allocation and apportionment. Next, secondary distribution, that is the process of reappointment or redistribution of service centers overheads to production department. And lastly, absorption. Methods of reappointment of service department expenses.
Reapportionment. Reapportionment.
Methods of reapportionment of service department expenses over production department. First, direct redistribution method. Second, step method or non-reciprocal method. Third, reciprocal service method. Techniques of absorption. Formulae are as under. First,
ಇಲ್ಲಿ for reciprocal method draw 3 arrow marks. ಇಲ್ಲಿ side straight horizontal line ಹಾಕ್ಬಿಟ್ಟು 3 arrow marks ಹಾಕಿ. First one, repeated redistribution method. The repeated distribution or redistribution method. Second one, simultaneous equation method. Last is trial and error method. Trial and error method. Yes, continue.
techniques of absorption. Formulae are as under. First, rate per unit is equal to total overheads divided by total number of units. Second, percentage of material. Total overheads divided by direct material into 100. Percentage of labor. Total overheads divided by direct labor into 100. Percentage of prime cost. Total overheads divided by prime cost into 100. Fifth, labor hour rate. Total overheads divided by direct labor hour, and machine hour rate, which is equal to total overheads divided by direct machine hours. Machine hour rate, it means cost of running a machine per hour. 2 arrow marks. Basic or simple MHR shall not include machine operators' wages, and comprehensive machine hour rate, which is machine operators' wages, will be added. Steps to be followed for computing MHR. Compute effective machine hours for the period. Then identify and aggregate all the fixed overheads and not fixed cost, unlike in case of operating costing. Next, compute fixed overhead per machine hour on total basis. Then identify variable overhead. Ascertain the MHR for each overhead. Normally, variable overhead is equal to power, depreciation, repairs and maintenance. Then aggregate per unit overhead, which is equal to basic MHR. Add operators' wages, which will be equal to comprehensive MHR. Over and under absorption of overheads. Over absorption, it means absorbed overheads are more than the actual overheads. And under absorption means that absorbed overheads are less than the actual overheads. Accounting treatment for under or over absorption. 3 arrow marks. Directly transfer to the P&L account. Transfer initially to the overhead adjustment account, and at the end of the period, the net balance to costing P&L account. Then charge to production based on supplementary overhead recovery rate and carry to the subsequent period for adjusting, and at the end of the year, transfer the balance to costing P&L account. Overhead absorption rate is equal to amount of overhead incurred divided by basis of absorption. Predetermined overhead rate is equal to budgeted overhead for the period divided by budgeted basis for the period. Blanket overhead rate is equal to overhead cost for the entire factory for the period divided by base for the period, that is total labor hours, total machine hours, etc. Multiple overhead rate is equal to overhead allocated or apportioned to each department divided by corresponding base. Variable portion and semi-variable overhead is equal to change in the amount of expense divided by change in activity or quantity. Depreciation, 2 arrow marks, useful life and hours. Under useful life, it is fixed and hours is variable.
Basically, if they've given the depreciation based on useful life or running, hours, etc., then based on useful life, then it is fixed. If they've given you based on hours or running kilometers, etc., or number of units expected to be produced from the machinery, etc., then it will be variable in nature. First,
Yeah.
Clear, all of you?
Yes.
Yes.
Come to the problem section. RTP May 23 problem. Page number,
111.
111.
See, Sandy Limited is a manufacturing company. Yeah, one of you read.
Sand Limited is a manufacturing company having 3 production departments A, B, and C, and 2 service departments X and Y. The following is the budget for December 2022. Direct material, direct wages, factory rent, power, depreciation, other overheads. Additional information: area in square feet, capital value of assets rupees in lakhs, machine hours, horsepower of machines. Apportionment of expenses of service departments is as under ABC, X and Y, and of service department X and service department Y. You are required to prepare a statement showing distribution of overheads to various departments. Prepare a statement showing redistribution of service departments expenses to production departments using repeated distribution method. Also calculate machine hour rate of the production departments A, B, and C.
Okay, now see, here I'll just highlight on the important points. When you're doing the primary distribution, will you consider the direct material and direct wages? Yes or no?
No.
Will not consider direct material, direct wages because this is not overheads, correct?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes, sir.
But we will consider the direct material and direct wages of service department X and Y. Nenpidya, when you're doing
Yes, sir.
secondary distribution,
Yes, sir.
because direct material of service department is still indirect for the whole company, it is still overheads. ಅಲ್ಲೇ ಬರೀರಿ ಇದು 3,20,000 to 3 ಇದನ್ನೆಲ್ಲ full circle ಮಾಡ್ಬಿಟ್ಟು put an arrow mark and write down direct material of and direct wages of service department. Direct material and direct wages of service departments is indirect for the whole company and therefore overheads. And therefore overheads. Clear?
Yeah.
Illi. Factory rent will be based on area square feet, correct?
Yes, sir.
Next, power will be based on what?
Machine hours into horsepower of machine.
Machine hours into horsepower of machines. That is for power. Depreciation will be based on
Value of
Capital
capital value. Other overheads,
Machine hours.
machines. Correct. Other overheads will be based on machines. Now you look at the question. Here if you see, direct material and wages of ABC is not taken, but for X and Y it is taken. Clear?
Yes, sir.
Yes,
Next,
sir.
factory rent based on area, power based on horsepower into machine hours, capital value of assets for depreciation, other overheads based on machine hours to do primary distribution. Clear?
Yes, sir.
Now we will perform second distribution based on repeated distribution method. Repeated distribution andre en martivi? First write down total overheads of A, B, and C, correct? Or all based on primary distribution only. This one 4,32,592, 960, 760, and 856. Clear? Next, we will now distribute first X. X in a 7,60 will become minus. This will distribute in the ratio given here. Okay, 72%, 24%, 48%, and 16%. So 16% of that will get added to Y, correct?
Yes,
The 10
sir.
ಬಂದಿದೆ 10 looks like 10% to me. Just check. Use your calculator and add 72 plus 24 plus 48. Oh, ಇದು percentage ಅಲ್ಲ. Oh, guys, this is not percentage. Just check. 72 plus 24, 48, and 16 is not percent. Do right here is
Total
equal to
160.
total is to
160.
116. 11
160.
equal to 160. Therefore, percentage wise, it will be 72 by 160, 24 by 160, 48 by 160, 60 by 160. ಎಷ್ಟಾಯ್ತು?
First is 45%.
45%.
Is it coming
15%.
exact? Oh, wait.
15%.
Is it coming exact or are you getting decimal points?
Exact, sir.
Exact means right. If you're getting decimal points, then you don't take percentage. Directly every time multiply into 72 by 160. Artha aita?
Yes, sir.
Exact percentage birthday, one time you do, then it'll be easier for you to multiply 45%, etc. Okay. So 45% next is
15%.
15%.
then
30%.
10%.
and then 10%. Then if you observe here, right, 7,60 into 10%, 76,000 will get added to this. Okay, that you add 9,32 minus 9,32 into, again you should do the same ratio, that is, I think here it is 8 divided by the total of this. I don't know how much is that. Okay, Madi, 96 plus 56 plus 8.
160.
160.
160.
160.
Again 160. So
Same,
8 by
sir.
60.
60%,
60%, 35%, and 5%.
5%.
5%.
So that 5% now will get added here. So 9,32,000 into 5%, 46,600. So again, now you keep repeated redistribution. So 46,600 has come to X. Now this will again get redistributed to A, B, C, and Y. 10% of this is come here, 4,660. Then 5% of 4,660 will come 233. 10% of 233, 23. 23 to 5% is almost 0. So that has come 0. Artha aita? Then you
Yes.
add all of this will come here. Therefore, machine hour rate will be 13,570, 10,40,000 and 12,02,000 divided by machine hours, you get machine hour rate. This is your RTP May 23. Okay.
Yes, sir.
With the aid of robot, with the use of computer, without the use of computer, similar problem this is. Martira?
Yes, sir.
Note it down. It's the same type of problem to solve it. Go through the caps material problem once. Adana solve ಮಾಡೋದೇನು ಅವಶ್ಯಕತೆ ಇಲ್ಲ ಇವಾಗ. Go through the caps material and then you solve this problem. You will be able to do it. Clear?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Yes. You start ಆಯ್ತು ಇಂದು 2 o'clock ಹತ್ರ ಬರೋ ಇನ್ ಸ್ಟಾರ್ಟ್ ಆಗುತ್ತೆ. Computation of yes, November 22. SC Limited manufactures 2 products A and B. The company had budgeted factory overheads amounting to 36,72,000 and budgeted direct labor hour of 1,80,000 hours. The company uses predetermined factory overhead rate. The department-wise breakup of the overheads and direct labor hours were as follows. So budgeted overheads, budgeted direct labor hours, and rate per direct labor hour for 28.8, 12, and then total kotti logs. When you divide, I think you'll get the same answer. Additional information: each unit of product A requires 4 hours in department pi and 1 hour in department Q. Also, each unit of product B requires 1 hour in pi and 4 hours in Q. So here 4 and 1, there it is ulta 1 and 4. Okay. This was the first year of the company's operation. There was no working progress at the end of the year. However, 1,800 and 5,400 units of product A and B were on hand at the end of the year. The budgeted activity has been attained by the company. You are required to determine production and sales quantities of both product A and B for the above year. Production and sales quantities are. They have done wrong. Idu budgetary control problem though. Production quantity, sales quantity. It's a mixture of budgetary control and this. Okay. Anyway, I will explain. I think you will all be able to get it. ಅರ್ಥ ಆಗಿಲ್ಲ ಅಂದ್ರೆ budgetary control ಆದ್ಮೇಲೆ ಈಸಿಯಾಗಿ ಅರ್ಥ ಆಗುತ್ತೆ ಬಟ್ ಅಷ್ಟೇನು ಕಾಂಪ್ಲಿಕೇಟ್ ಏನಿಲ್ಲ. Listen. See, production quantity is given, closing stock is given, sales quantity is balancing figure. ಮಾರಕ್ಕಾಗುತ್ತಾ? Yes. Production quantity then closing stock. When you add both, you will get sales quantity. Why? Because opening stock is not there. Clear? ಅದು ಕ್ವಶನ್ ಕೊಟ್ಟಿದ್ದಾರೆ. Next, sorry, first one is determine the production and sales quantities. Next, they are using the predetermined overhead rate instead of department wise overhead rates on the company's income due to its effect on stock value. Matte calculate the difference in selling price due to the use of predetermined overhead rate instead of using department wise overhead rates. Assume that the direct cost per unit of product A and B were rupees 25 and 40 respectively. Selling cost is so much. Okay, but still, I think this problem is just mark it. You do after I have done marginal costing versus absorption costing on concept ide. Effect on the closing stock adella ide. I think better you do after that. Alli solpa this you might get confused a little bit. This part. Write down, then solve after margin costing and budgetary control. Key problem. Okay.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Margin costing and budgetary control. The question paper. RTP May 22 again same X and Y. Either A, B, C and then given. You should do the primary and secondary distribution. Madakauta. Only
Yes,
thing
sir.
is equation, trial and error, repeated distribution, all the things they've asked. Next one, question 6. Open question 6. Listen. ABC Limited manufactures a single product and absorbs the production overheads at a predetermined rate of rupees 10 per machine hour. Okay. At the end of the financial year 2013-14, it has been found that the actual production overheads incurred were 6 lakhs. It included 45,000 on account of return of obsolete stores and rupees 30,000 being the wages paid for the strike-off period under an award. The production and sales data for the year 2013-14 is as under. Production is finished goods, work in progress, 50% complete. Sales, finished goods is given. The actual machine hours worked during the period were 48,000. It has been found that 1/3 of the under absorption of production overheads was due to lack of production planning, and the rest was attributable to normal increase in costs. You are required to calculate the amount of under absorption of production overheads during the year and show the accounting treatment of under absorption of production overheads. If you remember, you have done the similar kind of problem in the class.
Yes, sir.
Yes.
Actual production in overheads incurred was 6 lakh. It included 45,000 on account of return of obsolete stores and 30,000 being the wages for strike period. So this 45,000 and 30,000, will it form part of the over absorption, under absorption? No.
No, sir.
So 6 lakh minus 45 minus 30, 6 lakh minus 75,000, 5 lakh 25,000 we will consider. Now, 5 lakh 25,000 is the actual overheads. What is the absorbed overheads?
4,80,000.
48,000 into 10 is 4,80,000. Therefore, it's a case of
Under absorption.
4,80,000 minus 5,25,000. Estaito
45,000.
45,000.
1/3 of the under absorption was due to lack of production planning. So 45,000 divided by 3. 15,000 is due to lack of production planning. Therefore, 30,000 was due to normal reasons. Correct?
Yes, sir.
1,000 now I have to find out supplementary overhead rate for the purpose of taking into finished goods, work in progress, etc. Okay. So what is the actual number of units produced now? 20,000 is produced, correct?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Equivalent units for this 8,000 is how much? 4,000. Yes.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
24,000 there. And what is the closing stock?
2,000.
2,000. 28,000. So that now, if you check here, 45,000 ಇದೆಲ್ಲ ಅರ್ಥ ಆಯ್ತಲ್ಲ?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Overhead rate ಇಲ್ಲಿ ಕ್ಯಾಲ್ಕುಲೇಟ್ ಆಗಿದೆ ನೋಡಿ. So finished goods closing stock is 2,000, work in progress is 4,000, cost of sale, that is now sales is 18,000, total 24,000. ಅರ್ಥ ಆಯ್ತಾ?
Yes, sir.
Therefore, supplementary overhead rate is 30,000 by 24,000, 1.25 per unit. This 1.25 now we will charge it to all. That is 15,000 will be taken to costing P&L account. Balance to 30,000 to finished goods will be 2,000 into 1.25, 4,000 into 1.25 and 18,000 into 1.25. If you add all of this, I'll arrow mark haki, add madi ಎಷ್ಟು ಬರುತ್ತೆ, it will come to 30,000 only. Clear? Now, what will be the entry? Under absorption means my profit and loss. Under absorption means what has happened? My profit is inflated or less?
Inflated.
Inflated.
Correct. Now you tell me what you will do. With this lack of production planning, 15,000, what will you do? It should be debited to P&L. Inflated alla. So now you have to correct it, means you have to debit profit and loss. Artha aita?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
You will debit finished goods, work in progress and cost of sales. Correct? You check here. debit finished goods, work in progress, cost of sales, P&L account, and your credit overhead control account. All of you understood?
Yes,
Yes,
sir.
sir.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
With that, we have completed the first 3 chapters. I think margin costing and just start ಮಾಡಿದ್ದೀನಿ. 2 more chapters is left, ABC and service costing, which tomorrow we'll discuss that and then we'll get into J.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
All the best. Study. Now, Odi, Madidella, whatever I have done, Shetty sir has done, try to cover everything before tomorrow itself. Try to finish off these 3 chapters today.
Okay, sir.
3
Yes,
chapters.
sir.
Thank you for tomorrow. Okay. Bye, all of you. Have a great day. Enjoy.
Thank you,
Bye.
sir.
Thank you, sir.